guys already all have White Claws, or are those from that?
We already have White Claws.
Well, when the doctor pulled it out, it was still moving, so I'm really glad I went to the hospital. Oh,
Welcome to the Wileyverse.
Hi.
We're starting. Well, we're not really starting. We're still getting prepped. Just like always, we are not sponsored by White Claw, but we are available.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We're doing a show.
Welcome to the show. All right. Well, this is the Wileyverse. Here on the Wileyverse, we play tabletop role-playing games. This game is the Cardinal Bond, Dungeons & Dragons in the 5th edition, set in Forgotten Realms, specifically the city of Baldur's Gate, though not for this session,
Atlantic.
as you guys have gone to hell.
Well, no, hell's the other way.
They're all down there. It's not the Nine Hells. They went to Carcery, Hell Jail. So, Cardinal Bond is a group of mercenaries working out of Baldur's Gate, doing odd jobs and trying to stay afloat during perilous times. All the way at the end down there, we have Robert playing Eustace Finchurch,
I'm a wizard.
Wizard School of Discovery and pretty much all-around scholarly fellow. A scholarly fellow.
Even in fantasy, I'm a dork.
Next to Robert is Mitch playing Erovar. Erovar is the group's swashbuckling rogue and pirate expert.
Except I'm not a pirate in real life, like Robert is a nerd in real life.
Then next we
He
have
has to say that on camera.
That's required. That's required.
next we have Kaelin playing Loradov, the astral soul monk Eladrin from the Feywild, who was deposited into Baldur's Gate, along with Dayton down here playing Jordarai, the I'm not going to get it. Horizon Walker Texas Ranger. Horizon Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh, did you put that on?
I did put those stream elements
Nice.
on.
Episode 20.
Also Eladrin. Yes, episode 20. Also Eladrin, also from the Feywild, also deposited in Baldur's Gate, kind of unknowingly, unwittingly. So, currently, they're working a very unusual job for the local Thieves Guild master. She has asked them to go into Carcery to find a soul that she needs to talk to. So to do such a thing, they have to go into Hell Jail, find this said soul, and get it inside of a soul coin, so they can bring it back to the prime material plane. What you looking for?
Mom, pad.
Oh, shit, it's my room.
Sorry, I'll get it.
Pear?
Oh, my pears.
Can you bring your own pear?
Yeah, that fruit ball always has in front of me when I play.
All the way, you know where I charge it? All the way in the back. All the way in the back left on the desk chest thing over there. So, they had one last hurrah on Baldur's Gate because they knew where they're going on this mission. Then they went down into the aqueducts where they have created a port of call for a Marinoloth, the boatman of the River Styx. They called their boatman Christo the Thrice Adrift. They called their boatman and asked him to take them to Carcery, which he did through the abyss, a hellish landscape with a sky on fire and teeming hordes fighting over iron fortresses in the distance.
Got through that pretty unscathed. I thought, like, oh, it's a shortcut, but we had to go through the demon world.
Yeah, they still... Like, even demons are affected by the River Styx, so they're not over there drinking. I mean, they will watch for people, but they're not going to mess with a Marinoloth. Almost all of the Blood War happens because of the River Styx, because a whole bunch of demons will make a boat, pile as many as they can and just start drifting until they hopefully get to the 9 hells and start killing things. At least they go as far as they can and start killing devils.
The demons do?
The demons do that, yeah.
Is the blood war still raging?
Always. So they went through the abyss and eventually ended up in Carcery with its void-like sky scattered with red dust. The first layer is Orthus, a marshy bog layer because the river Styx permeates throughout it.
That's where we are right now, Orthus.
Orthus, the first layer of Carcery.
Also known as the Titan's home.
Yes.
Carcery, C-A-R-C-E-R-I?
C-A-R-C-E-R-I. You were correct. The Tartarian depths of Carcery.
D&D tends to follow the Latin model, so
The Latin model.
So, they are coming up to a settlement where there is a dock. This is seemingly a port that Hristo knows and drops people off at. At this settlement, there's gray wood structures kind of huddled around. There's no more than a dozen of these structures, the largest one being at the end of the docks. Like I said earlier in the descriptions, but recapping, a lot of the wood looks like it's just been constantly reused, like destroyed and then rebuilt. So that's like burned and broken, and they just pick it back up and nail it back into place. Any recap or anything you want me to go over before we start? Because you had a conversation with Hristo and a couple other things. I just want to make sure.
you had a conversation with this thing, right?
I remember him saying that, like, the compass is pointing straight down, but he cannot take us any deeper than where we're at currently. So we basically have to get off the boat.
Also, the cork is like turned sideways.
Yeah, it's going straight down.
Which
ridiculous.
Also being seen with him is not a good thing.
Yeah, he won nothing. So.
Yeah, the Garoliths, Demodans, as they're known in common, hate Yugoloths, which is his race. So
we paid for advice from him.
You did.
And he said to speak out, to seek out the Titan King. Kronos? As in, like, the Greek Kronos?
correct.
Oh yeah, they didn't say anything to me about it. Or I didn't.
It was an
hear-
abyssal.
Yeah.
Just
right.
something about caustic acid, the grass will cut.
So that one was each layer.
Infernal?
No, she was taking notes.
Oh.
Each layer has its own dangers. The layer you're on, Orthus, has the waters of the river Styx run through all the swamps, so don't drink anything here.
I did write down Kronos.
And there's quicksand, which I might not have mentioned. There's pockets of quicksand that will suck you down into the depths.
I do not think you.
I don't remember that at all.
So
yeah.
watch out for that. He says that you can tell it apart from regular Earth because it will not have the red glow of the rest of the Earth here.
That does sound a little familiar. You might have said something to that effect.
It'll have a different glow, green or blue.
Goes down
and
to another layer.
The second layer has acidic jungles and plains filled with grasses that will cut you to ribbons.
Yep.
And is also home to hill giants.
Well, hopefully we don't have to go that deep.
And he doesn't know anything beyond the first 2 layers because why would he care? If it's not on the river Styx, he doesn't give a shit.
Hopefully we won't have to go to the second layer deep.
Yeah.
Come on.
So how do you go deeper?
Our compass is already pointing down.
You have to get to. There are portals to there are pathways to the lower levels by getting to the lowest points in the level you're on. So you need to find caves, caverns, tunnels, anything that will go down subterranean, and hope you can find a portal down there, or get a guide. Ask for information, get guides, whatever. You were also told not to trust anyone here because this is the realm of betrayers. So
We're also told we don't seek out. Well, at least this was told to you and I. If we don't seek out Kronos, he was answering us in common, wasn't he?
I don't know if you asked him to do that. You would have, but I don't think you did.
You did mention at some point, he did say something in common to all of us. I don't know if that was a
If he-
specific points, but...
Hi,
Wolfmaster.
If we asked him a question in common, he responded.
He
in
would
common.
respond in
Right.
common. Because, you started talking to him. That's right.
The only people talking to him in
Abyssal.
Abyssal
Or
or
you two.
Yeah, and I remember we were talking
You
about
didn't speak to him in
Chronos.
Abyssal. You just heard what
Oh, I spoke.
Jordan
Did you speak?
Abyssal.
Yeah, he offered the spell for this advice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
I offered him up,
You did, and I was like, "That's a great idea."
and Risto was immediately like, "Okay."
Yeah, yeah, I have secrets to offer. Yeah, I want to know that we didn't exactly prepare for this journey. We're just like, "Oh, let's just go to hell, everybody." So, yeah, I appreciated that in a weird way. He's told us that if we didn't seek an audience with Kronos, that Titans would be chasing after us for an infraction of their law of this dimension, which concerns me greatly. I really don't want to see to go to some court of some Titan in hell,
Right?
but at the same time, also,
Where
if
are
we
we?
don't,
Where are we currently? Like, have we actually parted ways with Risto?
No,
Like,
you
like,
have
we're-
just come around the corner and you've seen the town.
Like,
The-
we're not even necessarily off the boat yet.
No.
Or,
you have not pulled up to pier yet.
that's fine.
So we're just getting, recapping everything. Any last questions you have before you get to the town?
Just making sure, because that is information that we will want to try to get from him if we can.
yeah, I have a little ritual I must do, part of helping with part of a job with preparation for this place. So I'll let you do the talking.
Of course you do, you freaky
you-
wizard, you.
Well, hopefully I will come in hand. But right now, your particular skill sets are more in need here. Don't mind me. And I'm going to sit down by the river shore.
Well, you're not there yet.
Oh.
And you don't want to sit down by the river shore because you can't tell where the river ends and the bog begins.
And you don't want to
Gotcha.
touch the water
Yep.
of the river.
Yep.
So as you are pulling up to the pier, if no one has anything else they're going to ask of Risto, as you pull up to the pier, he effortlessly glides it in next to it, and it just pulls right up along with a slight bump against the wooden planks of the pier. You notice that at the end of the pier, there is like a camp set up. There's like tents, about 3 or 4 of them. And almost immediately upon you pulling in, there are 2 people coming down to the end of the pier.
Demon Boy Scouts.
One of them is a very attractive human woman who has a lute on her back. She's wearing what would be a contemporary fashion, just about anywhere in Forgotten Realms, of brightly colored outfit.
I cast magic missile.
I attack the darkness.
She's got a
I don't have magic missile.
ornate
What a bad wizard.
rapier at her side. Next and a little bit behind her is a dwarf. He is in shining plate mail armor with an axe. He has a symbol of a sun on his chest, and the centerpiece of his axe is also the same style of sun.
Do they seem corporeal? Like, are they
They
physically there? Like, do they look like they're visiting like us?
Is that is it like Lathander or Palor?
I mean, Palor's not a god of Forgotten Realms.
So. Well, in 5th edition, I don't even know
Yeah.
anymore. Like, there's been so many.
Right.
I can't keep up with all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, not
There,
you, but
there is a sun god in Forgotten Realms. It's not the names he used.
I know
Yeah.
Umbra because that's who.
The sea, yeah,
Erevar
that's Erevar, which
Wait, is Lathander no longer Forgotten Realms?
Lathander is.
Oh.
Palor is not.
Oh, okay. I thought you said neither of the ones that you used.
No, I said not the one that you used.
Forget what you know. It's called Forgotten.
There seems to be at least 3 others that are now like over by their tents, kind of scurrying around, and looks like they're like trying to pack up.
Oh, we're just coasting.
You just coasted in,
Okay.
and so you guys can get out if you want. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to
I'm
stay.
getting out of this damn
Yep.
boat.
Okay.
Are they just like standing there stopping, or do they look like they're like blocking our way? Or?
Nope. The woman is walking up and calls out in a language that no one here understands, but both of you recognize as infernal. And she calls out to Haristo and starts addressing him.
But it's like in a dialect they don't understand.
It's a different language. Yeah.
But they recognize it as infernal.
They recognize it as infernal. They speak abyssal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's there's
Erevar's in Peter.
yeah. She's speaking in the devil
Yeah,
language.
yeah, okay.
But I also know
You know
Erevar
abyssal.
is
Oh, you know
all the way
infernal?
up.
Okay, then you understand.
Yeah, I think you got that flipped around.
Yeah.
We both know the devil's tongue, but
You-
not the.
I thought you knew abyssal.
No, because he and I shared one.
But,
I know.
But
well, that might be
He's-
abyssal.
he
I
speaks
speak
both.
Oh, you speak both?
Yeah.
Oh.
But Christo was speaking.
I'm pretty sure you.
What?
Abyssal. You speak abyssal, right?
He speaks abyssal. I'm pretty
Which
sure.
isn't where would
It's under proficiencies, bottom left.
Proficiencies in languages.
Yep. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Infernal. No. Okay, so you are speaking in Infernal. Oh. You guys are speaking Infernal. She's talking in Abyssal.
Abyssal. Okay.
Abyssal.
That's,
Which
that's what I
again,
thought.
You
still-
also speak.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Gotcha.
no matter
Um,
where we go in these realms,
you know it.
I'm gonna
Abyssal,
speak.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
I speak all these fucking languages.
Because you're
here.
closer
That's
to
really
the
cool.
you're closer to the abyss.
Languages what?
So you hear her. She's
infernal?
starting to
Speak
negotiate
infernal.
with him for passage.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna get out of everyone's way and kind of prepare a ritual. Just maybe.
gonna do it just at the end of the pier, or you want to walk up a ways?
Not at the end. I'm gonna go past these other people. Pardon me. Pardon.
As you walk past the dwarf, he looks up at you. Greetings, adventurers from the Prime.
I'll look at him and say, I was hardly expecting a servant of Lathandu down here.
Servant of whom?
Oh.
You're not part of Forgotten Realms.
No,
No, Lathander is. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Forgive me, I misunderstood your insignias.
I am an adherent of Pelor,
Of who?
the god of the sun and light
Well,
on Earth.
this on where?
Earth.
Oh, no, I haven't visited. Well, the sun would always be. We could always use some more of that down here. So, anyway, I'm just passing through. Yeah,
This isn't common.
I do not
Yes.
speak with the. I'm not speaking for this group. Pardon me, please.
He's still standing there, leaning on his axe, just backing the woman up.
Yeah, I'll give my chit chat.
Okay.
I think we're landing in Carcery. We're landing in Carcery. So this is
No, we're in Orthus right now.
Well, yes,
which
incarcerate.
is the first layer.
The first layer of carcery.
First layer of carcery. Got it. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
write that down. Jesus Christ.
Many layers.
So there's got to be something weird
Underworld
about
is
these
just a
two.
bunch
Just
of onions.
let's get out of here.
Are you gonna stick around and listen, or are you just gonna head out?
I will listen
Okay.
to what she is saying.
She's asking. She wants to barter passage, this and that. They want to go back, as far as the sticks will take them into. I think she wants to go to what's next to
Grey Waste?
the Nine Hells.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can't even.
So she's talking about another plane, one of the last ones that the Styx goes to. And he's like, indeed, certainly. How many passengers? And she's like, 5. And he goes, excellent. I'll require, and he says an amount of gold and weights and measures, which essentially comes out to 25,000 gold pieces worth of gold. And he's like, I'll accept magic items or gold. Gold, gems, platinum.
Let me check my equipment. I don't have anywhere near that.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, well, let's barter. This is a lot more than the boatman that brought us here asked for. And he's like, barter all you want. My price is 5,000 to take you out of carcery.
This is all an abyssal?
This is all an abyssal.
They're bartering with our boatman to
Yep.
take them the hell out of here.
Well, he's not our. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He is.
Brought us here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about knives.
Yeah, but he could technically do the same to us if he wanted on the way back, couldn't he?
Yeah. If you remember, you asked him specifically.
We did.
You have a port of call, and since you know that port of call, it's only ever going to be 100 gold for you.
And it's a fixed.
Because you
That's
know.
why we gave
It's a
him
fixed
that.
rate.
Yeah.
It's under the table kind of cab ride.
I'll be given the one
Just a real
platinum
thing. They did
on
that
the
for a
way
long
here,
time.
and we
Is that
decided
right?
to
I
get the
did
one
drive
platinum on the
past
way
when I had
back
two
because we were
credits.
getting right.
Yeah, Maeve doesn't have to pay because she used the obol,
That's
but
really cool.
you guys
It's like
all have to
something
pay
super cool.
100 gold anytime you want to leave or go to that port.
It's cool because it's not even like down and dirty
So
or
this-
something like that. It's just like
It's the size
This-
of
This
Collapses,
lady,
like,
right,
really
this
has no
lady
side
is talking to him.
Yeah.
She seems like she's in a hurry.
Yeah, well, she seems like she wants to get out of here, and now she's hearing this exorbitant price and starting to argue with Haristo.
Yeah, but she wants to go to a different part of hell. It's not like she's trying to like.
Well, the Styx only goes through hell. Like,
Right.
you can't get anywhere else. But she obviously,
oh,
it
'cause
sounds
she
like,
couldn't get to like where we'd be, right? I see.
yeah, it sounds like she wants, like, she knows somewhere in that. She asked for, like, I need you to take me to this layer of this cube.
Can we tell her our port of call to make this kind of hurry up and get the fuck out of here?
We can keep talking about it if you really need to, Steve.
Well, my concern is that like she seems like she's in a hurry to get out of here, and I kind of want to know why.
It's fucking hell.
Yeah, but
You need
specifically,
a reason to want to get out of hell.
specifically, like, is there something like chasing her group right now that's headed this way? Is...
The dwarf's just sitting there. You know, he doesn't. It seems like he doesn't understand the conversation. He doesn't like the way the tone is going, but he's just standing behind her. Like, he's a ways off. He chit chatted with him. You could probably mosey over to him and talk to him.
To the dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying that, if like you do go over and talk to them, that it might maybe if they are trying to get off the River of
Yeah.
Styx and back
Oh,
into
that's
like the Earth Plane or whatever, if there is like a portal they know of and they are friendly travelers, he might be able to get a sense of that. And if we do need to get out of here,
Is that
and that's
Serp?
one of the ways out.
Well, you would still need to use the River Styx to get to their portal,
Yeah.
and you know a port, so you can get home. If you can find the River Styx, you can get home.
Okay.
So you're good to go. I mean, learning about portals is always a good idea. It's always nice to know if someone knows of a portal and how to get through it. That knowledge is extremely valuable in the plains.
I don't think I want to talk to the dwarf. I feel like I want to talk to this possibly lady bard.
Okay.
You said she has a lute on?
Yep.
Okay. I'm presuming she's probably a bard. Human, right? You
A
said-
drinker anyway.
Yes.
You know, it's probably easier for me, honestly.
I think the best way to
Well,
go
say
would
no to
be.
that.
It's such a weird- Do you remember when my ribs were hurting? I was like, I was making these weird noises to get around to try to get everything. Might as well get one for everybody while you're down there.
Yep.
Sorry, what was that last part?
Somebody take
Shorter
this.
Working on it.
Those my
Jordan.
Sorry.
Well, that's why. It's because I close it with my knee.
Well, I'm gonna try an action. Or are you doing something right now?
Well, I'm just gonna talk to this lady.
Yeah, what's everyone else doing? What's
Because he's talking to the dwarf, right?
No,
No,
I was
he's-
like, pardon
he's-
me, pardon me.
Oh, sorry.
Ushered
sorry.
past, and he's gone down to the end of the pier.
Sorry, I thought you guys had a conversation. No.
We did. We're like passing,
Quick.
just like
Oh,
I was
just
like,
quick. Okay.
I was surprised to see what looks like a priest here, but it seems like a priest from another dimension. So
No,
I
he
was
looks like a paladin
like, okay.
Well, just because they're speaking Abyssal, I'm probably like.
because he has a two-handed axe, no
You
shield.
know?
The dwarf has a 200x.
Yes, he has a great axe.
I don't know if that was a dwarf thing or a paladin thing.
Is a dwarf great axe the same as like a regular great axe?
They are technically
Is he
medium-sized creatures.
Is he
Yeah, they
more
are.
like-
I mean, they're 5 foot tall, like
Oh, okay. I'm thinking
4.5 to 5 foot. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this.
Yeah, it's gnomes and halflings stuff are the small, so they can't use heavy weapons. Is that the tagline? Is that
it's
the-
either heavy or two-handed.
I think it's heavy.
It's two-handed because they can't pick the Zweihander up effectively, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Kmir was small.
All right. So, are you just gonna try to get her attention, or are you just gonna wait for the conversation to end?
I I'm gonna like attempt to get her attention and like speaking in abyssal to her, since I can hear her speaking that. Like, what's the hurry? Except it would be
other than hell.
But what's the hurry? I guess.
What is the hurry?
Where are you two at now?
I am cowering on the fucking boat.
I would be.
You're still on the boat?
I'd be
Yeah.
sticking pretty close to him.
So you're the only one in the boat now.
It sucks. So I was gonna say I wanted to do something.
God, are you still?
I have to have 14.
Were you going to roll with disadvantage for your first one?
Because you're frightened, right?
14.
You're doing okay.
Okay.
You're starting to like this. This is a pier. It's a dock. It looks familiar. You know, it looks like a town.
Yeah.
So you're
Well,
starting to get like these people look like adventurers. So
At least there's like an up and a down.
yeah, you're like okay. This
cool.
isn't
All
this isn't bad. It's not fire sky or anything like that.
I was trying to gimp my character. I'll shout out in Dwarven at the dwarf. What manner of force do we face in this area? I speak Dwarven.
Yes. So are you coming around to him?
I mean, everyone else is off the boat,
Yeah.
and I'm not feared anymore. I can make forward progress, and yes, I'm getting off the boat for sure. I didn't want to be there by myself anyway.
So you start talking to him. You're still listening into the conversation. You're about to get her attention. And he goes, and you asked what kind of manner of...
Like, what are we up against here? I might introduce myself first or something like that. Like, hey, I'm Arabar, of course. Thanks for welcoming us to hell. You son of a bitch.
I was sort of like in living in city mode. I was like, yep, bite.
Does somebody else speak Dwarven? Why did I pick Dwarven?
I found out. I thought I spoke Elven, but I don't. So I was probably when I was trying to like find out your like dialects and stuff. I was probably just going like oogly bloogly loo.
Well, I'm half elf, so I speak Elvish, Common, and Dwarvish for some.
He introduced himself as Vin's Redshield. Vin's Redshield.
I mean, to be fair, like dwarves are pretty common in the realm in general, so it's not bad to speak their language.
No, not at all. But I just was curious. I don't remember why I wrote that. Oh, I had Dwarven shipmates. Excuse me.
The dialects, like you're hitting some words that he doesn't understand and words that you don't understand, but you can get through it. Like enough of the language is the same.
I speak dwarf like Mitch speaks Spanish.
No, it's like you've talked to like they were shipmates, so they spoke like sailors. But this is like you might be like, oh, this is a guy from like a proper dwarven citadel somewhere. And he knows, high dwarven or something.
Gotcha.
There's just a couple words here and there that are not hitting. So he talks about like, well, it's like you can only trust yourself and your close companions. Everything here is out to get you.
What about forces? We head towards. Where in Carcery are we headed?
You don't know. Down to at least the next layer.
How deep in Carcery have you been?
Good question.
Yeah. I had on Bald Mountain.
They
Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
Found in the opera.
they went to Minithus, 3 layers deep.
Ooh.
What's it called?
Minithus.
Well, I haven't said that to you yet. Minithus 3. I'm just kidding.
Notes
Take
stuff
it.
still.
Take it.
Notes are
3
notes.
layers deep. I know. I'm just being a dick. Minithus is 3 layers deep. What can I expect from each of these layers as my troop drags me deeper?
Up here, you're going to contend with Garoliths, the Dimodans. They rule the layer, but they are lazy and few in number, though they do squat on most of the pathways to the next layer. Chances are you're going to have to deal with one eventually.
What sort of directions can you give me being a dwarf?
He goes, well, I can tell you where we went down, and he gives you, directions, cardinal directions, essentially. Actually, not really cardinal because
But
there's
you
no
can
sun or
pick a
anything. But yeah,
fixed direction.
he explains to you in the Dwarven speak of, subterranean directions.
As a sailor, can I get some? Can I understand
you're
this
fine.
sort of direction?
Yeah, he gives you directions. You can understand it. He says if you go far enough this way, you'll start to see the base of a mountain, and you're looking for. It's not just a cave. There's a bunch of caves. You're looking for a crevice that has a red waterfall coming out of it. That will lead you to catacombs that has a pathway to Cathris, the second layer.
Shit.
While I'm tying lengths of string to a stick right now that didn't appear, I'm just kind of like listening. I see just kind of switch to common, it sounds like, and I'm going to send a message.
They're speaking Dwarvish.
Okay.
Yeah, we're speaking Nordic.
Okay, but you're all talking.
No one's talking. I think it's
the bard is talking to Haristo, and he's talking to the dwarf.
Okay. I'm still going to look to you and send a message.
In your mind.
A message in your mind.
What school is that?
It's not conjuration.
I know.
Oh, God. It's probably evocation. Let's see. I doubt it's divination.
I mean, you could have just hit your spell book.
Well, books are so fun.
I was actually going to say that's one of my favorite things about D&D is that you can, if you want, you can study all day. Like, what's your hobby of studying? What?
Transmutation. Okay.
I'm turning thoughts into words.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That used to be called a different word in D&D, wasn't it? Was it transmutation, alteration?
Oh, yeah, it used to be...
alteration.
Yeah, alteration, yes.
Okay. All right. What are you saying to him?
I'm saying, could you find out if they paid homage to Kronos when they got here?
So he yells at you, like you just hear his voice berating and screaming at you in your mind. You better ask them if they went to Kronos.
Are you bad at this game? Why would he yell? I don't understand what's happening there.
You have no idea that occurred.
Oh no, I'm like Mitch wants to know why. That's okay, I can wait.
Everyone's learning.
Well, it's the fucking lower planes.
Yeah, you hear Finchurch's voice in your head screaming at you.
But hopefully a planeswalker would expect something.
It doesn't sound like how he would say something.
Oh, it was.
So you now get her attention and ask, why they're in a hurry, such a hurry. Because this is hell jail. We want to leave. We've done our task. Now we need to get out of here. But if this boatman won't come down in price, we're stuck here.
Boo, sucks to suck.
We just met this other adventuring party. We're like, you guys are terrible.
I bet that sounds beautiful in Elven.
I would ask what her task was.
Sucks to suck.
They were looking for
Suction. You're like, oh, sucks to suck.
Suction begins suction.
They had to go down and solve a puzzle trap that held a great treasure for a lord that they serve in Perifair's realm.
What were you speaking in?
And Perifair, no, they're common. You're speaking common to her, right? Oh no, Abyssal. Sorry, they're speaking Abyssal.
Yeah. That was part of the reason for getting her attention.
Perifair is a Naga god of tricks and traps and puzzles.
A good trick.
So
Naga is, I keep wanting to call her Alien Darkshot. Maeve.
Holy shit, I forgot we had Maeve here.
Yeah, Maeve's not Naga. That's not her patron.
She's a human.
She's Timora.
No.
Naga is a race of snake people.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She played one.
I did.
Oh,
and you played
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
And he got poisoned as a dwarf.
That's right.
Shame on your clan.
That was the.
So yeah, she said that basically they had run in with the Naga priestess, and it took a great treasure. Like she explains this adventure that they've been on. It sounds just as convoluted and long as your adventures. But yeah, they figured out the puzzle. They released the treasure back to their world, but now they have to get out. What is this playing now?
I like it.
I would ask him.
Gosh,
Oh, okay.
I'd ask her like
It's fucking
any
prison jams.
any
Hell
advice
jail. Hell
they
jail
give me
metal.
to
Archer's a
traverse
bunch
these
of like sagging
plains,
pants and like
To
traverse
hide
these
Oh,
plains.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing in grocery?
Hey man, they live forever, so like the face is
It
just
should
covered
just
in
be
teardrops. You're like, is this a
She can-
cult? Or like, no man,
Maybe
it's just
standoffish.
culture.
Yeah. She's frustrated
Make
right
me
now.
sick of it.
All right, so she tells you here, buys things that protect yourself from the water. This is the place where where everyone comes in. So the Garoliths are a little bit more active up here. The Demodans, generally, they are beings that want to cause suffering, and always go into a meeting with one that is going to be their goal. So, don't think you can just negotiate with these things like a devil, but also don't look at them like they just want to destroy everything like a demon, but in the end, they want you to suffer.
Suffer is the goal. Alright.
And there are a lot more of them seemingly on this plane, on this layer, because they do that. On the next layer,
I'm building.
I hope you don't have to go through the jungle. Just avoid it. It will melt your skin. It will erode your armor. Unless you get specific treatments or resistances, stay out of the jungles. The plains, hope you have sturdy greaves, because the grass itself can slice through leathers and even chain.
Is Carthus where the plains are? It's a jungle and the plains?
It's a jungle and plains.
Is there like
Cathras.
a hell jail department store?
Well, there's always
Is there
stuff.
any other way?
There's always negotiations.
There are paths all throughout the plains in Carthus. But beware, because everyone has to use them, otherwise they go into the grass. And sometimes the other people that are using them, again, have it out for you. The hill giants maintain those paths, and if you cross one, he will, in one way or another, expect something from you for using their path. And whether that means they're going to try to eat you, or they're just going to ask you for something, is completely on the whim of that hill giant.
Oops.
You can ask about if they paid.
The third layer, Minithus, is an endless desert of glass-like sand that whips around in tornadoes and will scour the flesh from your
And
bones.
that's where?
Minithus, the third layer. So you'll want to swaddle yourselves in cloth on any exposed parts.
Because tornado?
Because the sand is like shards of glass, and there's a constant wind that picks them up and whips them around.
Or
Minithus.
I just tried to
Which?
What's the Titan?
Oh,
name?
Kronos.
I just tried to text Allie right now. Instead, I texted an Allie I haven't talked to in
Whoops.
3 years. Who used to be a really close friend, and now we're not. And I just basically severed the disconnect over a 2-year period right now with a hey, had fun talking with you at the bar. Sorry I didn't say what I said, blah, blah, blah. She's like, wasn't it the bar? Is this meant for someone else? I'm like,
Yes, it was.
responded. It was clearly made for somebody else, but the response means that your marriage not a response.
Okay, so she's giving me that information.
Well,
Now
maybe you
I
have a
will-
new opportunity for reforged
I will
friendship.
ask about, the
Blast from the past,
Pretty-
but properly where it's.
was it
Kronos.
just homage or
They
Yeah.
did. They did go seek audience. Kronos is he is a titan. He is a god, essentially, or just underneath one. Always addressed him as such, though. He is paranoid. He has been down here for an eternity, locked away, cast out by the gods of their realm. And he sees plots in all things. He will question your every motive for being here and try to see plots and schemes against him in all of them. So just our recommendation, or my recommendation, that how we got through it is you address him politely with a lot of honorifics and say nothing more than you have to.
This is a Minith? Minithus?
This is Orthus. This is Orthus, the top layer. You have to go see the Titan Kronos.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
Yep. So she's like, if you can say it with a yes or no, say it with a yes or no. If 2 words will suffice instead of 10, use 2. If you add anything, add honorifics and praise.
Erevar's starting to get the neck crack swagger back because this sounds like a dock.
Yay!
Everywhere you show up, there's going to be
where
the fucking
exactly
port
is
authority.
Kronos?
There's going to be the fucking dock workers.
Points,
there's gonna be
and
the
you
fucking
see a
businesses that
mountain.
are running the fucking shit.
And that mountain goes so high
Gets off the boat.
that there's a
Cool
palace on the top of it,
order.
which reaches across to a mountain on the next sphere. So it is bridging the spheres with this mountaintop. And she's like, points up there, and he goes, he resides in his palace. Do not mention the state of his palace to him, or anything else you see.
I know what. These two is gonna fuck that up.
No, he's not. That's what I was just saying. Like, I was terrified to come here, but I can see how we can get this back. I'm seeing Carcery now. I'm seeing Hell as a dock, where you gotta grease the fucking dock guards. You gotta tell the workers how to do this shit. There's gonna be a business that shows up and goes, sorry, this dock belongs to us. You gotta grease hands and move some shit. We gotta talk to fucking Kronos. When we get down here, we have to not trust anybody. Vince Redshield is one of our buddies. We gotta also do.
Any other questions for her?
Sorry.
She already told us the first area to find.
She hasn't told you. The paladin told him how to get down to the next area, or how they got down.
So now Erevar's the guide again.
That's just one way
I
down.
know, I'm just joking. It's terrible.
But I know where Kronos is.
Mhm.
I know
Kronos might be
some
able to-
extra information.
Kronos might be able to give us help, but it sounds like it's a lot of work to get it out of him.
You have to go.
We have to climb up first before we do anything down.
Yeah, we're gonna be in hell for fucking ever, dude. If we
I
don't die
see.
first.
Just,
And then you're going to be in hell for longer.
And then we're
You
gonna
died.
be just
Did you
in
die
regular-
again? Oh,
just ask her any
Again,
other,
or-
any other tips or anything for dealing with this realm. See if she's forthcoming.
Let's make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuade.
Does he get advantage because he's extra handsome?
No, unfortunately not here.
It's okay. I'll take a 23.
Okay. She kind of she's still in that frustrated, dealt with him, and she also seems to just kind of be short and snippy all around. But then, as you've talked and you're asking, she starts to kind of loosen up and almost shake her head clear. And the first thing she says is, "Don't stay in this place any longer than you have to. It will strip you of all hope. Despair will, lay on you like a mantle, and you will start seeing everyone as an enemy, even your closest friends."
I mean, you already see me as an enemy, so you don't have to worry about that.
Next is, there is a strong trade here for the protections I already spoke of for each level. Just make sure you don't trust what the vendor is saying their claims are. Just get the bare minimum. Cloth to swaddle yourselves in for the deserts.
That's the
third layer.
third layer. Second layer has the grass.
Yeah, if someone's saying that they can give you an ointment to ward off the acids, I wouldn't trust it. I mean, it could absolutely be true that it does that, but everyone has a con here. Lastly, magic doesn't work here like it does in other places. If you have knowledge of spells and spellcraft, be very cautious of how you use it. There are apparently things, it's kind of beyond me a little bit, but there's things called spell keys. And if you attain one, it's an item or object, it will make certain spells work correctly. I know our sorcerer acquired one, but I'm not sure for what type of spells it is. I just stopped casting. Healing magic barely works down here. I just had to use my wits.
No. I'll thank her and everything, like still speaking Abyssal this whole time, just because like that's how I got her attention. But I want to ask her something in Infernal. Just any like bland question, like what's your name? Just see if she responds, if she understands what I'm saying.
She doesn't seem to understand.
In that case,
She actually like says like, "Oh, and is that Infernal?" I'm not familiar enough with it yet.
Just kind of like.
Yeah. Just, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
What kind of way am I saying? Like, not ignore, but like just kind of like dismiss way, like kind of okay. Yeah. So I want to speak to Risto.
In Infernal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see if we can possibly negotiate these people's way out, down a little bit.
And why would you try to cut my business like that? Definitely sounds the way he's saying it is like, if you tell him the port name, if you tell him your port of call, the Oxbow Basin, that has that obol there, which makes it 100 gold travel. He had already kind of told you that.
The problem is we bring strangers to the Oxbow.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't call him. You're the only ones that could call him. So
we might just be dumping some sort of scourge into Baldur's Gate.
I just kind of like be frank with them, like I know what to do to make this cheaper, but
What?
if you just drop your price to something they're willing to pay, I don't say anything. You still
Ooh.
make
okay.
more money.
What?
Wait, I missed it. What did you say?
You
He's.
guys are all picking up your
Oh my god!
habits.
Like that's pretty good. He goes.
Are you guys becoming pirates? I love it.
So look, so here's my thinking. One, this lady just gave me a lot of information that's gonna be good for our group.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could
me
just
being
help her.
Jorai, I'm just like, I'm gonna try to help her out, at least help their group out, because I know the boatman, and me and him have talked, and like we have a certain
the boatmen go
arrangement.
way back.
So like, if I can get him to drop his price, but not down to like the information that I give them would make him 100 gold per se, but like maybe a price that like he still gets to make out on it,
So
but it allows them to be get out.
Before you get onto that-
the boatman as a middleman for them.
Like I'm just a middleman.
This is a weird negotiation.
it's I don't. He's basically I don't want to screw over the.
No, I
boatman.
get it. I see what's happening.
But I just want to like
This is just a weird.
to circle back around. He is a Yuggaloth. He is a daemon, and he does not have people's best interest in their own mind. But he is bound by contracts. That's the Yuggaloth deal.
I know.
You do not have to be polite or nice to him. He has to do what you say for your contracts. And the only you're not going to make a friend of him. If this contract, if the obol ever runs up, then you just have to negotiate with him on his terms, and he's not going to give a shit that you helped him make more money right now, and he's not going to hold that in his mind when he negotiates with you separately somewhere else. So I just want to let you know that
You
Christo
shouldn't have told him that.
and all demons and devils and daemons are all fucking dicks and
I
bad.
still want to do what I'm doing.
But if you say that, then yes, he turns to the woman and starts negotiating for lower
So
price.
these conversations have made Erevar feel very comfortable in carcery.
The negotiations start going back and forth, and it's she's pretty good at negotiating, but she's also flustered in all this. and he has, they have nothing to really barter with.
Mm-hmm.
The only bartering chip they have, they don't know about, that you can get them a set price. So it's really Hristo bartering against himself of how much he can push these people. And it gets to the point where, like...
That's what I was saying. You're arguing that you can make Hristo a middleman somehow. That's why I think this is a weird attack.
The others, there is
I was like, are you guys learning how to be pirates? It's great.
There's a Dragonborn who has multicolored scales. It looks like an oil patina, like that just shimmery, shining all over. He's in robes. There is a elven priestess of Sahinen Moonbow, who you know as the elven deity of the moon and archery. I'm pretty sure that quiver you have is of her, but I'm not sure. It might be of the ranger god.
I think it's of the other one, because I don't think it's
tomorrow?
And there's a little green-haired halfling woman.
I might take my kid after.
It's Solinor's.
Solinor's, okay. Solinor, I believe, is Sahinen's daughter or sister.
Ranger Paul Kane.
What's going on?
He has the craziest idea.
So,
Kane, tell us your idea.
What's the idea?
They, like, all the group is kind of, like, waiting behind. They packed up their camp, and they're waiting behind them all. And she's now going to, talking to Risto, getting this number, going back to them, seeing what they can do. And they're talking about, like, giving up the dwarves, magical breastplate, or this stone that the dragon has. Dragonborn, yes. A stone that the Dragonborn has, which is apparently magical and very, very potent.
I was really excited because there was a dragon there.
Dragonborn.
It would appeal to a slightly different demographic. But that's a fun idea. I'm pretty sure there's been many fan fictions on this subject.
No, I just love it. What if the main character was a dude instead of the real main character was a dude?
The vampire's the dude, the girl.
Oh.
Yeah. What's her name? Belle?
Kristen Stewart.
No, in the movies it's...
Kristen Stewart.
Belle.
Kristen Stewart is her name.
Is the actress.
Belle or Bella?
Her name in the Bella. Oh,
Bella,
you said already.
yeah.
Bella. Sorry, it's right there.
Anyway, so it looks like they're
Is that what it
getting...
feels like to be you?
just to get out...
Yeah.
Say the wrong thing 3 times?
No, I said the right thing 1,000,000 times and just got
that's
ignored.
exactly what it feels like.
No, you would ignore it.
So they're getting to a point, but they're sacrificing very potent
I see what happened.
things to do this. But they're getting to the level where they're desperate enough to start offering up these things.
Are we in common yet at all with these people?
They are speaking common. And you start to get the sense that there's a price number that they're trying to hit by throwing in magic items and bags of gold and things like that.
His response to me?
He started negotiating with her again.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to try to get as much out of them now that you're basically, like, in his mind, you're threatening to undercut him. So he's doing whatever he can now to get how much money he can.
Because they're dicks. I want to step in and be like, hey, I'll aside to you real quick. You've got these guys on the robes. Why don't you ask them to give you stuff that we might find useful here? Because we have all of our own regular gear for the regular Sun World and stuff like that.
Like, you can negotiate with them to give them...
This is true, because...
Like, hey, you guys have been here for a bit. What do we need
Some
for
time
this?
has passed with you guys having this discussion, so you think about... You go over in your mind the ritual, if I'm assuming what you're doing is correct.
Yes.
It only takes 11 minutes, right?
Sorry.
So 11 minutes as you guys are all at the end having this conversation. You've sat down, you've done your ritual. You
I
have
summoned...
an unseen servant.
I have.
You feel a presence of a servant that you cannot see.
I do a few practice commands to make sure it's working properly.
What do you say? What do you do?
Say, move to my side.
I mean, it's unseen, so you don't know where it's at.
I tell her to pick up a handful of sand at my right side.
A handful of mud.
Yes.
All right. Okay, a handful of mud picks up.
Drop it.
It throws right in your face.
Alright. Well, I have to think of a new name for you.
The Rouge Road. 6 months.
Wow.
I was trying to type something.
Long time listener, new first time caller. Rouge Roche.
First time listener, long time caller.
That's what it was. Yeah. Well, damn. Well, I don't definitely.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a second.
I saw it for the first time.
Yeah, it came up. We saw it.
Yeah, no, I was sorry. I was looking over there. It showed up on my phone. I'm like, my name's never come across the screen.
All right. So yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, I need this thing to get me some fucking water. Now it wants to throw it in my face. I have an hour.
Sorry, talking to Kane.
Continue on. I'm gonna think.
You know, think about what you're gonna do with this.
Think about it.
A muddy mud, almost palm like shape, like holds out its hand to you.
Yeah. And I said, drop it and throw it in my face.
No, it threw in your face, and then
Right.
the mud that's still left on its hands, like, kind of reaches out.
Does it have a does it have like I can't grab. It's just a thought.
Yeah, it's just a thought. It's a telekinetic
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It has a boundary or a bounds that it can do the work of hands in a certain area. So you can't do multiple things at different areas, but it's just this force in this area. Unless it says otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's just a.
So it just hates me, really.
So yeah. Now, what do you want to? So what's your plan over there?
So I've talked to Risto. Now I can hear like the group
Them
would be-
talking. Do you want this one specifically? Did you get this flavor specifically?
No.
He just rolled sleight of hand with a 22. Pulled her out.
But
I rolled with a 1.
Oh, that's an insult. Sorry, I'm talking to Kate.
I'd probably
Yeah,
roll
go ahead.
over and talk to, again, specifically her
Okay.
and
Abyssal.
Because, I mean, I don't know if her compatriots can hear me or not, or understand me, I should say. Basically tell her that, like, I can negotiate you down a price with this boatman if you can help me and my colleagues traverse these plains. And by this, I mean more than the information you've given me. More so, like, are there any items and such?
Well, if you can get us out of here on the cheap, and we don't have to give up any of our magic items, then we will give you all of the gear that we use to get down below. The swaddling for the 3rd layer, there's these leg guards, which I'm not sure actually work, but it gives you peace of mind when you're walking through the plains.
I'm looking for a pail.
Okay. There's, we have these ropes that are supposed to be able to catch wind and take you up if you wanted to fly. I don't know why we got them. Don't know when you would use them, but they could be useful.
Are you speaking in common again, or are you still?
She's speaking.
Because I like the sound of a sail.
Yeah. And we, she says something to the Dragonborn, something like, you won't need that anymore. And he goes, and kind of shakes his head. He goes, and we'll give you one of our, he has a spell key for one of the types of magic here. We can give you that as well.
I was going to say hero bars. Take it.
I shall accept all of these, and you will have a cheaper way out of here.
How cheaper are we talking?
Later, Ranger.
Bye.
Thanks for the stop by.
We go talk to the boatman. not cheap enough, you signal me. I come.
Well, it isn't cheap enough right now. We're going to have to give up all of our magic items. We've worked very hard to get them, and they've got us through many adventures.
Could we tell
And now they can get you out of this one.
Could we tell Risto to take them to our port of call?
That's what he's negotiating.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do that?
Because he's trying to get shit out of them.
We're trying to get magic items, sales.
That's what I'm saying.
things.
They give us all that shit. We tell him that, like...
That's where we're at right now.
That's what I was saying. Like, what's the holdup?
Because he wants more.
I don't want more. She was saying that we worked hard to get this stuff, right?
No.
Oh, well, then yeah, take it. Sorry, I got that wrong.
No, she has... Haristo is asking for all their magic items.
Haristo's asking for that shit?
Yeah. He's saying... He just said, like, give us things and we'll negotiate a new price for you.
Yeah.
She wants to still know what that price is before she agrees to your offer.
Oh, well, the price is everything or some of your stuff and $100 forever.
But you haven't said the 100 gold pieces yet.
No, 100
you haven't
gold
told...
pieces one time,
Yeah.
this one time,
Yes.
not
Yeah,
forever.
right.
They don't know that.
But she... You haven't said the 100, so right now all you're saying is give me all your shit, and you only have to give up half your magic items,
You
or
are fucking
whatever.
arrow-barring this. I love
Like,
it. I love it. I misunderstood.
She
Sorry,
doesn't
that's
understand.
great.
You haven't told her the price that you'll give her, so she's not agreeing to a deal to give more stuff away yet.
You should fucking lie and tell them.
She did tell me the price. Like, I heard the price.
You've heard the
earlier.
price, yeah.
It was like 2,000.
It was 5,000. It's gone down to about 2,000.
We should give
And they're
her
still
Erebor
freaking out about that
platinum.
2,000.
Yeah, because it's like they don't have 2,000 gold
Yeah,
each,
one more piece
He
of the
brought-
way out.
so they have to bring out
Gold with-
magic items.
We got platinum for specifically to go in and to go out.
Well,
Yes.
I didn't bring it with me.
Yes, you
Okay.
did.
You
If I give,
You gave it to the boatman.
I was
Everyone's
saying
I
we
know.
should give Erevar's platinum to
Give
them
everybody
Well,
so that he can't get out.
I will steal the shit out of anybody's platinum that gives mine away.
They have a really cool coin that you can steal.
I could,
Yeah, you should steal it.
I could more or less. I could just tell them like,
Wait, they have it, don't they?
He
Yeah,
has
I
it.
know they have it. Believe me, I've thought about that. A couple
yeah, I
times.
still have the coin. I still have the compass, right?
Yes.
I mean,
I
the
have-
compass
I
is
have
in
all
a
the
jar with a
things.
needle. I can make that
'Cause-
myself.
You decided to go do drugs and get laid again, so I was like, not giving it to
It
him.
fucking worked out. Burp.
But at any point in time, I could pretty much just tell them like, hey, ask for this protocol, and he's gonna charge you 100 gold. Like,
Yes.
so I could totally screw him over.
Yeah. I mean,
But
he's
like,
screwing them over
right.
because
I'm trying to like.
the way Cartry works is they
trying
will
to
bring
play a
you
good
here.
middleman here.
They will bring you here for a pittance, but to ask them to leave is where they get you. They go, oh, you want to go to Cartry? 10 gold. You want to leave Cartry? 5,000.
Alright, well,
So he's already like he's scamming them essentially.
what price would satisfy you?
Well, we got here on 10 gold each. That's kind of what I was expecting to get out. Maybe 10 times that. 100.
If she thought that, she's dumb and she
Erebor has so
deserves
much
to
input,
stay.
but he's also really. I just want you to know, although I'm not saying anything, I am watching you closely while you do this.
I'm setting up my
What say you-
bedroll. I'm setting up a little apparatus.
You're getting ready to stake her.
What say you give
No,
me all
no,
these
just like-
items that you speak of?
over there?
I get you out
Something
for
like that,
1,000 gold.
What? Wait. What did you say?
So you
I want all the items that we talked about, and then I will let them leave, giving Risto only 1,000.
now just remember that they will have to be the ones to tell him the port of call and pay him 100 gold.
They will also be exactly where we
100.
go
No,
home.
they will have to pay him 100.
You have to remember that
They have to do that. You can't do it for them.
we're going to go home to where they are too. So you want to rip them off, but you don't want to destitute them to desperation, because they're going to be
I
mad.
don't think
at
I'm
us.
screwing anyone over yet. Like, calm down.
I love it.
We've gone
you're gonna be our
from
next
we've gone
rogue.
from
I
what?
love it.
From 5,000
5,000 apiece.
5,000 piece. Now I'm trying to go down to 1,000 total.
But 1,000 and 100 apiece because they still have to pay them 100.
Oh, yeah, but that's on them.
Yeah. So you have like what you need to say. What I'm trying to get at is you haven't told them anything yet.
Correct.
What you need to tell them is I can get the price down. I can negotiate the price to 100 gold for you if you do this, because they're not going to agree to give you shit if they already have to give him stuff,
Well,
and
so-
you haven't said the money.
So what I'm telling them is that like you're gonna give me all these items.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your fee down for all of you, so the 5 of you 1,000 total. That's what I'm saying right now.
You're saying that, but they're going to immediately know you lied when they each have to pay Haristo 100 gold.
Because as soon as they have a port of call, it's
Now,
$100.
right, and they have to pay it. You
I
can't
don't
pay
think
it
that's
for
what
them.
he's saying. I think
I know,
he's saying like
but-
Aristo offered this price. He's not saying he's gonna get them the price that we get.
Oh, you're trying to
He's
get it so Haristo gets the gold?
Still gets more
Risto's
gold.
gonna get that 1,000 gold.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
So
earlier.
he's gonna get
negotiating
his
as Risto is
500 for these 5 people plus
right.
another
Fair,
500.
it's
I thought you wanted
Risto
the
was
1,000.
also
Yeah,
No, I'm not going super roguey here.
I thought we had skipped.
He's actually trying to help these
No, you're
people.
going extra rogue. Is what
No,
you're doing. You're
I'm trying
negotiating.
to
I mean,
help
if
these
you were
people,
good
but also
characters,
get
you'd just be
stuff.
like, "Oh, hey, will you give it that
This
stuff?
is insane.
Here's your
I love it.
stuff."
I thought for some reason
But
I thought we had gotten past that, and now he
No,
was
that's-
individually. But yeah,
that's
he's
what
right.
I'm doing,
He's
is that, like-
negotiating Risto
Yes.
as a middleman.
Risto's still getting his 500 for each.
Yeah.
His
His
100 for each of
Sharing
them.
Horizon
Plus an
Wall,
extra
the
500.
planes,
And then they're
Yep.
giving us all this shit that's gonna help us.
Right.
Built
All right,
these-
inspiration.
No, I'm saying
And they
built
agree to
these,
that.
Like defenses
Hey,
that
I
have
broke
made
the
them better
language barrier
rogues.
that was going on.
Because you said you wanted 1,000 gold, not 1,000
No,
gold.
like
It's
I
like-
wasn't trying
He
to
just
get
wants
1,000
his
gold.
It's a powerful
Right,
rogue.
I get it.
I was trying to negotiate them that I can get the boatman to take them for only 1,000,
So this
which was
Got it.
for him, not for
hates me
me.
for some
So Haristo, like,
Pale. Say, give me, fetch me
like
water.
just, I mean, you
Just
can't.
throw it at me, so
He's
I
got a
can
skull face, so what?
my
He's like,
sleeping
well, what's
roll.
my other? What's my alternative when you go and tell him this offer?
the vessel I need
Like,
to
pay them
fill,
100.
the river sticks in and me, and I'm gonna hold up a blanket to hit the pail against so it like this gets cut.
What can you do?
If you need to divvy out like these special
This is
items,
payment for the. For
No,
my
I'm gonna
identification
list them out and someone's gonna write them
I
down.
have to ask for it.
But we're gonna take a little break.
Just a quick break.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do down there?
I
So.
think we're discussing
So while
I mean, he's
this
gotta tell me
discussion's
he's
been
doing it.
having
Yeah.
we have a guide here, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm getting out my sleep roll and my blanket and stuff like that out of my pack, and I am using the things I set up for like a tent. Just get some sticks. I don't think I have pythons actually, but you know, I'm tying it so I have like a little just like a little raised blanket area, and then I have like either my cloak or a sheet
Your
or something
unseen
like that.
servant is undoing everything you do at every turn.
Oh,
If you get a pail, it throws it away.
I command it not to.
Throws that away.
We're in
Takes your
cars.
sticks, throws
I
them.
know. I
Yep.
thought. Oh. So my whole plan was like I asked him to fetch a pail.
He drew a neat picture. Of
No, it doesn't go fetch a pail.
Oh, well, I was going to say to get some water. I was wanting to ask him to fetch water, so I came up with this whole
It
Wile E.
doesn't do
Coyote
any-
thing.
yeah, it doesn't do
so
any
I
of
can
that.
catch water to. Well, tell me to bring it. I'll ask him to bring me a dry pail. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't do anything.
Well, this is going to be difficult.
How long does unseen servant last?
An hour.
That's gonna be fun.
Can I unsummon it?
You used to be
Yeah.
able to,
Yeah.
but you have no control over this being, and it seems to just want to fuck with you.
Yeah. So you just see a
Like he pulls
wizard.
out a bedroll, and the bedroll starts to unravel and gets thrown into a tree, and like oh, but no, go give me a pail, and it kicks a rock at you.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Good luck.
Let's just yak
Maybe
these
I could
sacks.
get your water with my astral arm.
Actually, if that shit's happened, you might not want to pull your.
That is-
For a price.
That is very kind of you, but are those? You say astrolams? Are they an extension of your own soul?
Technically, yeah, that's true, but
If you touch the water with that, I appreciate the kindness, but I couldn't possibly, not for something so trifle, have you risk something like that.
I just dive in.
Oh my god. Then yes, I changed my mind. Yes, please give me some of that.
While you're down there.
When Molly comes back, she'll be like, I dove into the water. We're all like, no.
Bye.
Should we say, all together real quick while he's in the bathroom so he can hear you?
3,
You did
2,
veto
1.
it.
Oh!
I wish I was in that water in real life.
Why?
Forget the river speaks water.
To forget this whole thing just happened.
Just kidding.
You get a stick.
Hey, when are you guys leaving anyway?
We leave a week from Saturday.
10 days.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
I'm so jealous.
I have a panic attack every time I think
What
about
the
it.
hell just happened?
Do you have trouble
I just
on
dove. I
plans?
just dove into the river Styx. Or a dove.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No.
I told you to work on it.
Like, okay, well,
We all have
you're
to-
dead.
I was like, we all have to yell because he'll come out and be like, what happened? And it worked, yeah. You just got work.
She offered to use her astral arms.
No, I didn't offer. I was just like that was more of like.
Like, she's not there. She doesn't know what you want.
Yeah,
Oh,
Caitlin
so
being like,
sorry.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that would work.
Yeah,
That was meta talk.
Be bad.
yeah.
Since mine got taken.
Got him.
That's a cool idea though. But
Molly?
Yeah, I'll take another.
He thinks it'll taint my soul.
It's the question of
think you forget
like,
your soul.
so you
Okay,
can't touch the river Styx,
You think about taint? What
right?
do we think?
With your person, otherwise it strips you of your
Yeah,
memories
but
and
if my arms
soul.
had the
I mean,
bucket and they were just
yeah,
like,
that's not what we're talking about.
But like is your astral persona is even more you than you are. So who knows if it'll protect you because it's like, from the astral, or if it's even worse.
That's why I said, considering what's happening to him, don't put your arms out.
I'm willing to take it.
Honestly, my magic might be troublesome to this whole journey, which bothers me greatly. Terrifies me even. Stop it! I say to my side as I get more mud thrown at me. What?
Are you ready for a list? Hold on. Mm-hmm. Someone needs to write down all this gear you're
I
getting.
got a
Ready?
list. For who?
For everyone.
I got it. You got it. You got it.
Do you?
That's
How
stuff that I
specific
miss.
do you want me to be about this? Because I could just tell you that you have survival gear for the first 3 layers.
What?
If you tell us in generals like that, can I ask later, hey, do I have something that can do this?
Yes.
Or are you going to be like, if we just say specific, that's all we have?
No. You
You
can ask
say that
specifics.
That's a
generally.
good idea. Just say survival for the first 3, then we
Yes.
can ask.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Look at us.
What?
Growing up.
Oh,
I might just go over kind of quickly what it
Dayton
is.
did all the negotiation. It's like, general survival gear. He's like, no, I want to know.
Well, just there might be like at least a couple to a few certain things that like we should definitely know about.
What is it that you
Or
want?
that we should already have on.
Or the thing is, like,
so that's fine.
if we have specific-
he's allowing
It
us
doesn't
to
have
do
to.
the
Just asking like
What do we
if
want
there is specific, if there aren't like
Well, we
want
specific
some water
things.
from
I
then
mean, there are
it's-
specific, like
somebody's talking about.
I know that.
the first things you get, or the stuff for the first
Oh,
layer,
I see.
is you have hip waders. Like everyone has hip waders that go on over, like they're kind of wide and open. So
Call them galoshes.
Waders.
Not galoshes, sorry.
Like if we're fly
for
fishing.
leather, yeah, basically, so you can walk through the water and not worry about losing memories. The second layer, you've got, well, they have an ointment. They said they never used it because they didn't go in the jungle, but they bought an ointment that's supposed to keep the acid at bay.
Fucking resistance right there.
But they don't. Again, they don't know if it works. They
Did they buy it like somewhere they like trust, or did
no,
they
they
just
bought it from here. Like someone's saying that this would help them. They also have these
I'll do it.
these leather kind of like buckled on calf braces that have bands of metal down them to keep the
Blades of
grass.
grass,
Yeah.
yeah.
They say that only works if the grass is up to like lower than knee level, but some places it goes higher.
This sounds like the Valley of the Shrike.
The third level, they have, like, each of you has full cloth swaddling, like, in your entire body. Like, you can wrap yourselves. They even show you how to wrap it.
Yeah.
No, it's like full, thick, like, heavy
Can we
cloth.
see through? Or are our eyes closed?
No. Like, you. So
You just stumble.
hold
through
on.
the
Hold
sand.
on.
Oh,
So
sorry.
this is for your body. You have a face mask and linen for your eyes. They say that there are people that sell lenses to cover your eyes, which apparently help, but they do get scratched, and there's the chance that they will shatter.
Is it people
So-
that sell them?
Yes. Well,
People.
what are you defining as people?
I mean, Erevar defines people as what he would think of, like dwarves, elves, humans.
Sure, yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't trust that. I'm actually more uncomfortable that it's people that do it. I didn't think that was going to happen.
You also have 5 spinnerets. Spinnerets are, it's a lanyard that will go around your arm, and then it's a length of rope that is kind of flat. And they say that it's long enough, and you like whip it out into the sky, and if there's a wind strong enough on some of the lower layers, it can pick you up and take you along with the wind. Not a very accurate method of travel, but
Or a believable.
it absolutely works here. Yeah. Because they even tell you, by the way, like, you can fly to these other orbs. Gravity stops working once you get outside of the, the tallest peak of a sphere.
That sort of thing.
But when you're out there, you can't move unless you have some type of spell, magic, or other way. But those winds that swirl the dust up there, you can put this spinneret out into, and it'll take you. Not a very reliable method, because it's just going wherever the winds take you. But also, they just got it in case they got trapped somewhere or stuck. They could try to get out. So that stuff.
We're still on the shore.
Yeah, you guys haven't even left the pier yet.
That's all right. That was
The
that's a good negotiation.
Dragonborn will give you an iron necklace. It's an iron beaded necklace. And he says, whatever magic user you have, if they want to use alteration spells, they should wrap this around their wrist.
Can I ask him what brought upon his multicoloration?
Ah, yes. I will regale you, and he tells you a tale that's hard to believe, but what it essentially boils down to is he is a wild magic sorcerer. So
That makes it easy for Erevar to understand. Okay,
I
cool.
want to give him a specific handshake.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Already got it. Let's get that.
Woo, edition. Excellent. That's that was
For everyone at home that didn't know what that was, we had a Dragonborn campaign, and
I was like,
all the players, everyone was a Dragonborn from the Dragonborn nation, so they didn't have people skills with other races, and they kind of played that up, except for him. Except for
he tried to teach him how to shake hands, but it turned into this like hand thrust.
this lord of the dragon, one of the Dragonborn clans, learned to shake hands. Like once he learned about it, like, oh, this is how you meet people and show them that you
Every
trust
time we
them.
made an agreement or
He
did
just-
anything of note, he shoved his hand out.
So, all right,
Excellent.
you have survival gear. You have spare water.
Is that a question? Or we do?
No, you do. They gave you like these jugs that someone can carry, or you can throw into the bag of holding, or haversack. But they're large jugs that hold.
Where did that water come from?
They brought it with them, and there's still each one is still half
How long
full.
have they said they've been here?
They've only been here like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Only.
I mean, how long
Yeah.
are we going to be here? We've got to go through 3 layers.
At least.
At least. Well, you have to go
After we
through.
find-
Hold on,
after
you have
we
to
find
go
the
through
base of
one
the
layer.
somewhere.
You only know it's one
Technically,
layer
we only
below
know
you,
one layer
at
right
least.
now.
once you get down to the next layer, you're gonna have to look at the compass, and if it still points down, then
Something tells me the DM gives you 3 layers deep worth of information. You're probably gonna go at least 3 layers deep worth of information.
and then they pay up 1,000 gold to Haristo, and they all jump on that boat. Oh, do you tell them where it's gonna take them?
Just tell Risto.
No, he cannot tell Haristo.
Tell them.
They have to ask for the destination.
So
they are
just
the
on
passengers.
boat, you can just fuck them right now. I'm glad I'm not in charge of this.
You should tell them.
So what's amazing about this, in a couple of different weird ways, but I already know where you're going when you die. Yeah.
I was actually going to ask, like, how many times can Erevar die and be resurrected? Yeah.
There's a limit.
Not exactly. So if I'm going to go into that jungle, which I've already volunteered for, we'll see how it goes.
Well, there's no one to cast that spell, and you don't have the diamond, so
We
don't
have-
die here.
Exactly.
Also, if you don't die, if you die here,
I stay here.
You go to limbo.
you pretty much stay here.
Yeah.
If you die here, you'll
stay in hell.
yeah, but you won't remember anything, and you won't be able to get resurrected when they get back home.
Alright.
About,
We wouldn't
about
even
how
try.
long?
Yeah, why would you?
About how long
You have
did
to
it
have
take us to get
Hercules
here?
come down and
Do I
pull you
know
out of the
from
river.
the boat ride?
I'm just like a day. You know,
Okay.
it's time is weird.
I would probably, again, I would speak to her specifically in Abyssal at this point. Right? No, Infernal. Because that's what she was speaking to him.
I thought that was
Abyssal.
Abyssal.
Okay, whichever one it was,
Yes.
like...
You speak to her in the language she started
You
speaking her
attempted
story.
Infernal and she was like, eh, whatever.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
Infernal was what I spoke to him that she couldn't hear. Got it. Just tell her, like, wait half a day, then ask him to take
You
you
got it.
to this port.
Are you just giving yourself...
Where is this going to take us? I mean, we need to get to this place or this plane. We know a portal there that takes us back home.
Tell them Bladder's gut.
And Bladder's good.
Like, do they tell me specifically, like, where they're...
Yeah, they know where they need to go. So, like, you know, that's what we were bartering for passage for. Are you telling me that this is going to take me somewhere else?
I feel like Erevar.
He stands there silently for 3 minutes.
I feel like Erevar would have busted an eye vessel right
Like,
now.
do I know
letting
where they
Short
say,
Ride do
like-
this.
What
It's another plane, yeah.
It's another plane, not...
Yep.
So
They had a specific place they wanted to go. Your alternative
Isn't
is
it?
not that. It is a very specific place.
950.
They're wanting to go to Acheron.
Oh.
All my spells
Is that
gonna
what you
just
think when
fuck
someone says
me now?
950?
That's 6,500.
What if I need to cast Featherfall on us?
What if?
I'm just gonna tell him, like, say this and this will get you
Like usually no matter how many points I spend.
This will get
more
you
than I started with.
as close as I can get you.
As I draw in on 10.
Well, that's not what we agreed to. You said we were negotiating
Yeah.
passage.
We are in passage to the road.
Just keep
To
getting
where?
extra.
Hold on.
Can I lie?
Golden.
You can.
Damn it. I don't want to, but if I
I mean,
don't-
they could sit there and wait for you to come back. There's nothing stopping Haristo saying from, oh yeah, they'll come back here. And they'll be waiting for you.
No way.
Or I could just tell them Baldur's Gate, but then what are they gonna do? Like, freak out on me?
I don't know.
It's not even that many.
You tell me.
So, should I start a fight or should I lie? That's the question.
What?
I mean,
How do you
getting
negotiate
out of
for
this
that?
place.
He's the leader for 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. And all of
And he
a
Erevars
sudden,
it into
Getting
death.
out of this place could be more important than getting to a specific place.
Did you... So, sorry. because I'm not listening to your negotiation, your options are fight them or lie to them?
Well, not
No,
necessarily.
he created
I just,
those options in his own mind.
I'm just saying, how did you burn this
It's
down?
just
What is the
apparently
context?
they like
They had a specific place
their
they wanted to
agreement give
go.
us all that crap and stuff and to get out
Was
of
to
here
get outta
was
here.
to get to a specific place.
You
though.
said you were bartering their passage.
Oh yeah, tell Oxbow's where it is.
So
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, they just needed passage out of here.
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
They were
No.
negotiating a specific place at the
If you-
beginning.
See, that
Tell
didn't
them-
come across
So
very
here you go.
well.
I told that they were going to
Negotiations
where
don't work
these
that way.
sticks end.
So, negotiating with, if you tell...
Hey, stop. I'm just going to stop you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
because
that's what
they
I'm
are
saying,
speaking in a language you don't understand. Yeah.
So I'm saying.
And I don't want Erevar's voice in Jordarai's head about how you would do this negotiation. You're a Horizon Walker, by the way.
Where
you're
are they-
supposed to protect the prime material
I
planes from these horrible places. And these are prime people.
Where are they at this point? Are
Where-
they actually on the boat?
No.
They're just still.
You haven't. I mean, you told them to go to the Did you tell them the Oxbow Basin yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so then they're not on the boat.
specific.
Haristo wouldn't let them on. They haven't
Okay,
set a destination.
so she's. But have they given us all this stuff? That's the question. Damn it.
Oh wait, hold on. Nope, never mind.
You said they got on the boat.
Hold on. No, you didn't negotiate to give them the location. You negotiated with Haristo to let them get on for 1,000 gold.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
Okay.
I don't know why
Nope,
we're. Like,
you're right. So they're
I
like,
was like, I didn't tell them specifically.
you did a
anything about where
middleman
they're
deal, and it's
going.
still throwing me off.
It's so,
So,
good. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right,
Well
We
done.
got a bunch of stuff for them getting out of here.
Yep.
And for us being able to move on.
And
That's
you
all I
and you
did.
negotiated on Haristo's behalf that, hey, if you don't let them go for 1,000 gold, then I'm just going to tell them about
Then
the
I could tell them,
Oxbow,
like, boom.
and they'll get out
They
for
could just say
500.
this.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
fucking done,
Yes.
man.
I know.
That's good.
Sorry about
That's
that.
really good.
Negotiated
Yeah,
a middleman. It's
yeah.
insane. It's insane. I
yep.
never would have thought of that.
So yes, they get in the boat and they
I know
sail
what
off.
that doing.
I love it. He's already got inspiration, but Jesus.
I'm also really glad we're not going
Super
to
good.
France.
That was a good negotiation.
I'm just saying,
I
like-
liked it.
Yep.
I had to ask twice. I'm like, are you negotiating?
Okay.
Oh man.
So you down there?
I
Yeah,
understand.
I'm being pranked by
Like
ghosts.
my character understands the planes we're at, and I know it's a very serious thing. These people have already been within it, so I was like, they have to have useful shit,
Yeah.
and also they need to get the fuck out of here.
You
Now,
got it.
as much as I am still just like, I don't want to screw them over, I was like, well, you don't need this stuff anymore because I'm going to give you a way out, but also
You've done it. Erevar will do the screwing from now
Just
on.
saying.
Don't worry. That was great. It was great.
I was
Great
still
negotiation.
like good natured in the sense of like, I am getting you the hell out of Dodge. You may not be going exactly where you need to go, but like
Well,
at least
they
you're
are
not
going
getting
to
incarcerated.
because you negotiated with
From like a
Haristo.
stamina
not
angle,
them.
that was
They ain't
a
gonna be
1
incarcerated
hour
anymore, so I can feel good
damn
about that.
Negotiation.
All
From a
right.
stamina point of view, that was 1 hour negotiating from Dayton's point of view.
So one of the things you were given was a spell key
Nice.
for
Robert.
someone
I mean,
that casts spells.
Fenchurch.
Or Dora,
Which I'm not even paying
cast
attention.
spells.
You do as well. He casts spells as well.
Oh, then it's for you, babe.
Oh, there's Lord of Coffin.
Yes. She goes, everybody, babe, babe.
Oh, hey.
Babe.
They'll say it. And
Jordan's heartbroken.
Is that a condition?
It should be a condition. Oh.
Disadvantage on everything.
Give him disadvantage for assistance to Lord.
yeah.
No.
Are you
That's
giving that
heartbroken.
to Finchurch? Or telling him what it is and what it does?
What's that?
Looking for a heart.
The spell key. I need to know if this gets out or you're just going to keep this for yourself.
He's not used to
Or
being
not.
talked to. You
Yeah.
gotta make sure he's paying attention.
It's a pretty important thing for magic users. It
But-
could be for you, but like if you just want to throw it in your pocket and forget about it, that's fine as well.
But at the same time, I haven't seen any of this transaction. I'm
I'm
very
going
busy.
to hold on to it for now.
Okay.
While the servant's slapping mud in his face, and she's okay.
It may or may not help with the servant, but
Probably won't. Sounds like it's meant for what was it? Evocation,
It's just
transmutation,
alteration.
just like the coin earlier. Like I didn't give it right away to the thief.
You still haven't given it to him.
Well, and what happened though?
And maybe you find it funny right now. I would. I'd find it funny right now.
All right, so you guys are finished at the end of the pier. The boat slinks off into the distance.
What is that?
There's kisses all over it.
Valentine's Day. I love it.
So
I say that's the only one I think that hasn't been used.
We gotta get partner just so it's not just me.
anyway, you see Finchurch is fighting with his gear. He's like trying to pack stuff into his backpack, and things keep getting thrown out of it.
I have this whole thing I was drawing out, like, okay, then I'll lay out the blankets of Pythons, and I'll hold up this thing over here. Pale come over here. None of that happened.
Yeah,
No,
I can't help
none
the
of that
spells.
happened.
None of it.
I can't help the spells.
It doesn't do anything you ask
I'm
it.
probably being strangled by my blanket right now.
It's just getting thrown over you,
okay.
and
Strung a dick on your forehead.
when you try to like wrap it up, like other stuff gets pulled out of the bag and things like that.
Oh God.
So yeah, that's what you see Finchurch doing.
I have no idea where the conversation is or where it's gone or that it's over. Please collect me.
Sorry, what is Fenchurch doing again?
Fighting with his own gear.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still
Wrestling
keeping it to
him.
yourself?
I'm wrestling a blanket.
I think that's the question, right?
No, I'm just. What are you guys doing now? You guys are on the pier. You four
I guess we
are on the
could
pier,
get to
and
Steppen.
Do we have a plan, Master Ranger?
So I'm definitely like at this point I'm definitely skinning in common because I've been talking in like either infernal or abyssal this whole time. So he's understood some of what I've said, but everyone else doesn't know shit about what I've been negotiating and whatnot.
yeah. So you're skinny the deal,
Skinny.
and you have
like,
all this gear.
What
now.
happened? And we have all this extra gear, so we should be prepared at least for like the first 3 levels. I have some tips about what to do and what not to do on the first at least couple levels. I guess we may need to go see Kronos. Even though he might be a psycho, it's probably just not a bad idea. So I would be skinning that to the group too.
Well, I'm not fond of the idea either, but
Totally not Choco with the boop.
Boop. Boop. What's going on?
hey, no, Choco.
It's only
I was
been an
saying-
hour and a half since they arrived at the pier.
I know.
They're almost off of it.
I know. Oh my God. And it's funny because we haven't just been just blah 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 blah. Like we're actually like
Like that
playing.
whole encounter was
Oh my
supposed to
God.
like land and go. Do you tell him or do you not about the Oxbow Basin and then move on?
No, that was a good scene. That was cool as shit. Listen, he might be psycho, but if we don't, we might have all the psychos that work underneath him after us. I don't know. I look to your expertise on this.
In this region,
Mm,
we do not need more enemies than we do friends.
I highly agree. Yeah.
So we might as well go speak to the crazy god.
Do you know how to get to this?
He up on the
Individual.
palace. We just go.
Wow. Then I just get hit by a sweat blanket.
I hate that.
The fuck is a sweat?
Francesca.
You don't
This
have to do it.
I don't
This
wanna keep
wet
doing it.
blanket.
Oh, wet.
This
I was
wet
like, what the
blanket.
Fuck is a sweat blanket?
Sweat blanket.
It's terrible. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's lit. Excuse me.
Lit. Bad. So far, terrible. And they haven't even left the pier.
None of my magic works.
He summoned an unseen servant, and the unseen servant is not cooperating with him.
My message didn't work quite as well.
Nope.
And somebody did all the negotiating. So I'm kind of on the dock talking to a dwarf about.
Well, you being on the
Fingernails and
dock
stuff.
see that large building that's right on the dock looks like a tavern.
Mm.
Great.
I skinny that.
We should just keep going.
What?
You
I'm
go to the
curious
tavern?
about Hell's alcohol. I'm gonna saunter over towards the inn.
Why would we not stop at the tavern?
Well, there goes
I
Erevar.
yell alcohol back to everybody that's not
they're
coming
honestly,
with
we
me.
just spent an hour and a half on the pier. Wait, you want to stop in this bar real quick? Okay.
We probably spent more than an hour and a half. I mean,
No, like
No,
real
no, no,
time.
real time.
yeah, I was saying yeah. So we've been here all day. Sorry.
No, real time.
Yeah, I know.
Mitch, in real life, man,
No.
get out of the game.
Sorry.
No.
We've spent literally an hour and a half.
Yeah, I
I know
know.
he gets
I was just saying, like, we've spent more than that in time. And,
But you're like, we probably spent more than that. No. It's literally an hour and a half.
well, I meant.
Well, we might have spent more of that in game time
Yeah,
than we did.
Clearly, that took all day to get that shit done. I need a drink, and it sounds like there's probably some good hooch in hell, so let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Hell, I got some platinum, so.
Well,
fun. Spend it.
I just
I
looked at
know, let's gotta stop him.
Did we spend half of the platinum getting here, right?
You
I
get
should only have 10 left, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did not change that. I'm just
Someone
making
that was
sure.
afraid to be down here, I doubt, would be spending their platinum, knowing that that
Absolutely
might be their only
not.
way
It
back.
just sounds
but
fun to say it out
Maeve,
loud.
what of you, Maeve? Do you feel lucky?
Punk.
No, we're in hell, jail.
Do you feel affected by the things you do? You feel, you touch. You are connected in some divinity, yes?
Sure, yeah.
Are you? I'm not sure. Are you sure?
I don't know what you're asking me, Finchurch.
What
He
is
wants
it?
to.
What is it you say you do here?
Well, I heal you guys when you get wounded.
How do you feel? Do you feel confident in that? Here, my magic is
No, I don't feel confident in anything.
don't.
She gives me a connection to the Thieves Guild that I haven't quite tied up yet.
Let's do an experiment. You have a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Cut my. Right, no, in fact, I'll
How
do it
about we
myself.
try not to cast any spells we don't have to?
Yes. Well, it would just be good to know. All right. All right. Right. Please. New guy in the group. Forgive me, please. This.
He needs to see a health therapist.
Need a hell therapist.
Hell therapist.
All right. So you walk into the bar.
I think I'm pretty much storming in there. I need a drink.
All right.
Range in a road, walking up.
You walk in, and it is like dead quiet in this place. Everyone that is sitting at tables is generally trying to there's large tables of 4 to 6 chairs, but there's like 1 or 2 people sitting at them. They're completely keeping to themselves and their own drink. When there are 2 people together, they're huddled and talking. Everyone looks at you when you walk in. The only thing that's an outlier is a man who's in a nice outfit, but it's kind of threadbare.
That's not important. Anyway.
He walks up to you and says, I just think we get off this. Welcome visitors from the Prime. Oh, we love having you down here. I am the good Mayor Hervin Goodhost. Welcome to Newport.
Newport? I love it.
What can I do for you? Here, come in,
Alcohol.
sit down, have a drink.
Yes, alcohol.
He'd take you right over to the bar, sit you down, order one drink for my good man. Your name, sir?
Erevar, of course.
Erevar.
Something
Hervin,
that-
if you didn't hear it. Hervin Goodhost. Welcome
Nice
to my
meet you.
town.
Wonderful. That was something I can't get in the prime material plane. I've never been to an extra planar experience. Alcohol,
well.
put it in me.
Make that two. And I sit beside
Oh, he's
you.
for your experience. I'm just at a bar, so let's do it.
Yes, indeed. Come in, everyone. Have a seat. Welcome to my town.
You know what we're doing.
I would say, welcome to your town.
Love the coffers.
He kind of like goes around the back as the bartender's, putting down drinks in front of you, and
Is
slinks
this
off.
something that I can get in the prime material plane? Can I smell it? That it was beer.
It smells like a beer, but there's kind of a sharp scent after it.
I was expecting something more expedient, something stranger, but
Well, then you should go get it yourself.
well, then can I hop the bar and go get it myself?
There's only like one keg back there.
Damn it! All right, I'll drink this.
Like, saying that if you want something more exotic, you should
Yeah,
go get it.
I get what he was saying. I'm just like, man, that was the response. I thought it was gonna be something pretty.
I'm not drinking
Oh.
Like
No.
in general, or
Yeah, Maeve's not drinking.
in the game.
Finchurch, is Finchurch taking a drink?
I am pulling out my book and I am testing another spell.
Erevar's halfway through his pint already.
I have a drink.
You only get one every time. You only get one. You only get one.
Does anyone else do?
I'm good.
Nobody threw up a hand.
I'm good.
Oh,
Okay.
well, then here, get one more then, I
Jesus.
guess. Sorry.
Mayor Goodhost comes around the bar, says, "So what brings you to my little corner of the lower plains?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Indeed.
Just that.
Maybe I can help you. This is the first stop for most primes coming in here, so
How often do primes come in here?
not very often, not often enough. I mean, it's really good for business here.
That confuses the shit out of Erevar. Like, what does business comprise of in the hells? No. He's like,
Is
you
this
guys
guy?
have.
What is this guy?
He's a
Erevar?
human. He's kind of like pot-bellied. He's in a nice...
How does
No,
one become a
not-
bartender in Hildred?
He's not a bartender.
Or
He's the mayor.
Oh, he's the
That's what I'm saying.
mayor.
Like,
The mayor of
Erevar's
the
at a loss
bar?
for
That's
The mayor of the town.
Bar.
New Newport.
Inspiration. Come on. It's a mayor of the bar. No? Nothing. All right, well, nothing. All right,
You're the only one that thought that was in
I
it.
thought it was great.
Of the town of New Newport.
Newport.
No. You're saying it wrong. New Newport.
Newport.
New
Excuse me, not
Newport.
Newport.
Newport?
New Newport.
Newport was the original.
New Newport.
Yes, Newport was the original name. Now it's
It's like the
Newport.
open Oz. Newport.
Nickelodeon.
Nobody watches Oz.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, fuck off.
Don't do it.
It's
What is it?
happening.
Yeah,
So change my life.
we gotta say Newport to it. Hang on, here it goes.
What?
Hey,
Here she comes.
oh.
Oh, Lord,
There
she coming.
she goes. Oh Lord, she coming.
That's
It's taking a while to load. My computer's New Newport. New Newport. New Newport. All right.
Oh,
What?
I was just adding to the thing.
put like 5 layers on it.
Yeah, we gotta. All right. So, yeah. The mayor's. Can I get you some food?
I don't know, how is this ale settling with me?
It tastes like.
Butter.
It tastes really strong. It's
Strong.
kind of soupy.
Like, is the spice the strong part?
No,
or the
no, no.
alcohol is strong.
It tastes like it's backed with turpentine.
Yes.
It has a beer overlay,
One more.
and like it's beer, turpentine, dirty water.
It is.
Like, where do you think they get their
Fuck.
fucking water, dude?
No! It's too late now,
We
everyone.
were told not to have water on this level. Guys, skinning that thing.
Can I put the fear in me again?
I'm just.
I don't like. I want you to roll. You've drank half of this. I want you to roll an intelligence check, intelligence saving throw to see if you even realize that beer is made with water.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I had a friend who was in the Air Force who, like, I can't remember what
Saving throw?
country. Yeah, went to some country And it was a country like, hey, don't eat any beef or meat that you
So,
cannot
12
identify.
or
11.
Like, you can't
Hey.
see that this is a steak or this is a chicken breast. Don't eat anything that you cannot identify as meat.
11.
And so he's sitting there and he's eating. He's there for months. And suddenly he goes out with someone and he goes, "Oh, I'm going to go over to this place and get a burger." And he goes, You're eating what? It's like, burger. I'm like, yeah, burger. It's like, didn't someone tell you not to eat meat that you can't identify? It's like, yeah, it's a burger.
It's ground, yeah.
It's ground. Like, he didn't realize, like, didn't even occur to him.
Hey, if dog tastes good,
dog,
I'll fucking eat it.
Cat, monkey, whatever it was.
I'm Sylvester Stallone from fucking...
Is this a rat burger?
Demolition Man?
Yeah, Demolition
Yes.
Man. This is a rat burger?
The rat burger?
This is a good rat burger.
Goddamn rat. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. If it tastes good, I'll eat it. I don't give a shit what it's made out of.
Taco Bell won the
I've always said I'll taste human ones, but now that I work for TST, I don't know.
Are you gonna eat a? Would you eat a Marples and Sterling burger?
No, I wouldn't do any of
Only
that.
if they died naturally.
You're fucking gross, bud.
What'd you get on your intelligence check?
11.
Yeah, you don't even get it. You're just
Yeah.
sitting there drinking.
I'll finish my beer then, yeah, cool.
All right. So he's asking like, "Hey, what you guys doing in town? What you guys looking for? Maybe I can help you. I mean, my resources of the town are your resources. Thank you for coming to my town.
I'm just doing.
How can I help you?"
I just have my book out. I'm working on a
Maybe-
detect magic.
No one has anything to say to this guy?
You
Very
wouldn't
straightforward,
lose
like,
memories too.
Well, I don't know that yet.
this is just a pit
Actually, I would
stop.
not remember.
You
Ever.
need to go down a level.
Ah, you need to go down a level. I might be able to help you with that.
I said, one thing I was going to ask you is like, I thought they told us on this level where to go to find a portal down.
They told you where they went.
Okay. Just,
One more,
Dink.
whatever this, yeah.
Yep, puts it in front of you.
yeah,
How do you feel?
Wouldn't one of us at this point be like,
I don't know. I'm surprised none of you are saying
all right,
this.
can I say something? I'm
Turn
upset.
ahead and say it.
Dude, there's water and beer.
Hmm?
There's water and beer.
So?
Alright, I would take it from him. And I'd be like, there's water and beer, you're done.
I mean, there's water and everything.
Is the water? Oh, it's because it sticks water.
There's sticks, water and beer.
Now
Tastes good.
you might be getting it now
Oh.
that they pointed it out to you. Like if you.
Oh no. Yes, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
well, just gonna take away his memories.
We straight up were all
Give
just
children.
like, let him
Do you
keep
remember?
going.
Do you remember your
That is what
daughter's?
happened. That is
Do you remember your daughter's face?
I don't have any children.
Ever.
Wisdom saving throw.
If he looks at all,
Fuck you guys.
if he looks at all, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm just joking.
That's great.
Oh, I want to see if it works.
11.
Yeah, it totally worked. Like,
What was that? No. I'm so sorry.
Inspiration
I was
for
testing.
Finchurch.
God damn. Give inspiration.
I do. I'll take it.
Erudition. Okay.
We
So what
put it
does
as a
the
piece of
person
equipment
say
you can log
to
it
me?
yourself.
I got it right.
So he tells you. Yes.
I know a way to help.
Absolutely. I know what. Of course, I know a way to get to the next layer. All you have to do is go over to the Leering Face Mound. If you head out of the city on the road, the only road, and head straight through the marsh, you'll find the Leering Face Mound. Can't miss it. It's a big leering face, rock, tears coming out. Anyway, if you go up to any of the men that would impose you and tell them that Mayor Goodhost sent you, they should let you down into their chambers and into the next layer.
That sounds sketchy as fuck.
That's how we get to the lower
To
layer.
the second layer.
That's how good host
Mythos.
So
I've
where
already
is
I found another way down.
Where
Good
the-
host has given us a different way
where
down.
the bard or whatever they told
The
us?
dwarf. The dwarf told him.
Oh,
They are.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
told me, so I have no idea.
Have you told the group yet?
I probably would have skinnied
Because
all
they
that stuff.
skinnied everything about the
totally.
negotiations.
If
Yep,
we're
okay.
going to go negotiating, I skinned
Yeah.
that too.
How different was this from the?
Mine was at the base of a mountain. There is a set of caves. A specific cave will bring us down. Also, it sounds like that's probably the same mountain where Kronos is on top. Yeah.
It sounds like it's getting that
There's a
direction.
Chronos on top,
Okay,
or we
yeah.
can go to the cave, or we can do what this dude who just tried to poison me would probably like be like, hey, go down there.
There's probably lots of ways down.
So he did skinny like this.
That's what I was saying,
Yeah.
yes. If we were going
So
to
I
that
noticed you were
negotiation
negotiating with that Yugoloth. Do you know him?
Who's saying this to me?
process, I don't know.
Good host.
How strong
Hervin.
is this ale?
You're like
3 Jaeger Mitch? Or
Yeah.
like 2 Rumpelmans Mitch?
no, you're 3 Jaeger, Mitch.
Okay.
Still not good.
No, it's not good.
But it's not. Thanks, by the way. But
I mean, one Rumpelman's Mitch is better than 3 Jaegers Mitch. Or
Is worse.
than,
Yeah.
sorry, 3 Jaegers Mitch.
yeah.
So
I have pictures.
he's asking
So
you about
wild.
he's asking you about Hristo. So you know that Yugoloth seem to be able to negotiate with him.
Simply the boatman that got us here.
And why are you here? I mean, if you're looking for someone or information, I might be able to help you. I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me.
Oh, well, we came to find. Sorry.
Inspiration.
Yes.
She just your teamed
Your team of
a character I created.
Whose team should we be on?
Hervin Goodhost is now on Dayton's team.
Who's taking this year?
My inspiration for more.
No, you can't.
that's
It's not supposed to
great.
be.
That's
We'll explain.
amazing.
We'll explain your team
My
to you later.
fucking job. I love it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, all right. Then I would probably tell him like, hey, we're
Hold
here.
on.
No. You
Real
don't
quick.
Talk.
No. I want you to just pause that thought because he was already in the midst of reacting, but I totally want you to just blurb out what you're about to say in a second.
So back at it, was like, what did they say?
So he asked you guys, what are you guys looking for? If it's for a person for information, I know a lot of people and everyone knows me.
And he said person, and I started to talk.
And you were about to talk and he was about to talk, so I kind of want to hear both. I want to hear both coming out at the same time.
This is such a good session.
I'm digging it.
It's ridiculous.
Because you're saying something and she put good host on your team and it derailed the entire thing.
Well, because I knew what I was about to say, but now I kind of want to change it.
I'm so sad.
Don't change. Start saying it.
So
Or change it
Wait,
mid saying it.
Actually,
I guess I'd be vague and be like, we're here to find something. And that is of our concern.
Okay, Ervar, talk.
Well, clearly they came out here for assault. This is hell jail, and
And anyone can stop him
We're
or try
trying
to
to-
stop him anytime.
because
So, yeah. A monk hand goes and slaps over your fucking mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Shakes the back of your brain. She could have exploded your fucking head with that thing.
I tie his tongue to his shoelace.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I mean, an elf tongue might be longer than we think.
All right. So,
On his feet or really close to his face.
you're looking for you're down here trying to find.
Monk response.
What'd you say?
I said. She said, I tie your tongue to your
Yeah.
feet. And I was like, obviously I have a long tongue. She's like, or your feet are close to your face. And I was like, what a monk response. Yeah. Like, I put your head to your foot, then tied it. Like
You're
dick.
seeking a petitioner, huh?
She did that for me.
Because you said you're seeking a soul before came over your mouth because you went into more specifics.
Sorry, I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
So I was like, "Oh, you're seeking a petitioner. Well, what layer are they on?"
He doesn't know what he's talking of. He is drunk.
You want to try to shut down this conversation
I
with
think
him?
at that point, I would even drunker, I would catch on. Be like,
You're probably you realize when now it's like, oh,
being slapped in the mouth is something that's probably pretty common for Erevar's Are you doing ASL?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing down there?
Detect magic ritual over 10 minutes.
Oh, casting.
What
I
school?
need to. This is detect. Oh, I had it earlier, but that was a little while ago. Detect magic because I want to see what different schools of magic do here. And these cost me nothing.
Oh, you're experimenting.
Yes.
Yes, I am. You're damn right I am. I need to know what works and what doesn't work. Detect magic is a divination? What is it?
Yeah, it's a divination,
Yeah,
isn't it?
divination, yes.
Okay.
Does it lie to me?
No.
Well, that's what a lie would say.
So you're doing the ritual, and you have the ritual. You have the
I have my
words,
drink.
the components, and all that kind of stuff. The drink is out there, and
It's a board.
as you're going through it, there's a feeling in you. Well, make an Arcana check.
I will.
I'll see if you can suss this out.
I love these dice, but they're so hard to read because they're so dark. Is that a natural 20?
13.
Oh.
Not
See
even
what
close.
I'm saying?
You
13 plus 8.
You've
Or
mixed-
21.
yeah,
31.
so you've mixed the curse dice with your dice pool over there.
Oh, that's
you can
bad.
use anything from over there.
Okay. It doesn't work,
Doesn't.
and there's
I can tell that it doesn't work.
you could it
Yeah.
obviously doesn't work.
Not that I don't detect magic.
So you
But,
could have just given him the spell key.
mm.
Nah,
Well, that's
like-
for alteration magic. You
That's
said.
D&D.
yeah, I mean they don't know that. Well, they know it, they just don't know what it means.
Right.
It
Don't
just
do that, Mr. Time.
it just doesn't work. And Good Host is like, are you casting a spell?
I'm exploring the idea of it at the very least.
Well, what kind of spell are you looking for, or trying to reach?
Well, I'm curious at the offer, but I am the question, I should say. But I'm more or less just experimenting what sort of magic works in this plane.
It is a different place, I've heard. I haven't been anywhere else, so
Uh,
How is a human born into jail? I mean, carcery.
do you say that? Or, like, you don't have to say it, like, out loud, but, like, do you, like, you can ask him.
Yeah, I guess I'd give it to myself and, like, say that to him.
How is it, like, as Good Host is talking to him, she's like, how's a person born into that? So, by saying that, he's pretty much pegged himself as a petitioner. A petitioner is a soul that has been assigned this realm because of their beliefs or what they've done in life. So he's telling you he's a native, and that means he's
damned.
a damned soul, he's a petitioner, so he was a mortal that died, and whatever he did in life landed him
So
here.
how does transferring from the mortal realm or the prime material to here make him a native?
Well, he's not.
Because he has no memories.
Is anybody born and raised in carcery?
I mean,
Probably.
it can happen, but not by petitioners.
I'm just curious
So,
about the nature of what native means
The
in this
only
realm.
Should have
native,
made a wizard.
the only natives here are petitioners, and they are souls that have been assigned to this
Okay.
plane.
All right.
Now, people can move here, or get trapped here,
It sounds like we moved.
and then they can live out an
Yeah.
entire life, and if they can find a non-petitioner, they can have children.
Honestly,
Like,
we should just
but whether that happens or not, and
We
how
just
many of
never
them
come
are.
home and just make a bunch of babies
So,
here.
Yeah.
a petitioner is a
Just murder
soul
everybody here,
that
just take over this
belongs
tavern.
here for some reason.
I'm
They are
down
a
to
soul that died, just like Erevar died. The soul left the body. It came out, essentially. Most of the lower planes, they come out of the river Styx. But,
So this
For
guy's
you-
sucked in real life.
yeah, this guy belongs in hell jail for a reason. Like,
Do I get any images of carcery then? Do I see, like, when I was killed? I don't remember any of this.
you don't remember doing that. You
Not
remember...
that time.
Not at
Next
that
you
time.
die.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And remember what Tiamua said is that they tried to resurrect this guy. but his soul was here, and they couldn't get him out of it.
Also, they carved my chest up and stuff, so I might not have been anywhere.
You may have, may not have been. Actually, you were somewhere specific. It was where they were sending you, not where you should have gone.
Interesting.
It's a good thing they were sending you to Carson.
Is that something that I could find out from my time here, or is?
No, I mean it's starting to things that you can start like this is how souls work. Like, ooh. But I mean, you're not getting that in the off conversations when stuff comes out. Yep.
Sorry.
You're a little drunk
we had one beer of sticks.
He had one and a couple swallows another
of turpentine smelling hell
of alcohol. Sticks beer. You know.
I'm glad I haven't touched mine yet. I was trying to check magic on the ales. Like, is there?
It just doesn't work.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Another claw.
I closed my spell book and like, damn.
So.
Sure.
That's 2. That's 3.
What? Yeah. So he is going to continue. I mean, he kind of let that slip that he's a petitioner, which lets you know, and you know that, you know, kind of what the nature of this person is. That immediately sends up red flags for you because you know you're not supposed to trust the people of this plane.
Or drink the beer.
I mean, definitely don't take things that they give away for free.
I was thirsty.
No, very good.
So, I'm assuming you're going to try to shut this guy down and get him out of here now.
Me?
No, not you.
Like, everybody, you're done, get out. Alright.
No.
We'd put shut the fuck up. I'm on the jukebox.
Yeah. So, do you do that, or do you let everyone keep talking to this guy?
He's already told me, like, his place of where to go.
I mean, it's not like a absolute or anything like that. It's not like they always lie or always tell the truth type of thing. They're just always in it for something. And whatever that something is their own game. I mean, who knows what that is. So he may have actually told you the truth. That may be a way down. It just may not be a great way down.
At this point, I think it'd be more like... That will do, sir.
That'll do.
We will be on our merry way at this point.
Are you going to get up and leave? And you get them up and leave?
Oh no, we're
Are we
in
going to
Hotel
certainly
California.
try?
No, I just want to know, like, are you leaving this place? Because...
Fenchurch is really just kind of like moving with the group. Really.
I presume at this point, like,
Erevar is
probably paid
drunk.
for my
he said all the drinks were free.
Then yeah, we can definitely go.
Yeah.
They're free.
Well, you can stay, you know, if you want. We have rooms for rent and this and that, and is, you know, up and trying to get you, and you're pushing him off, and you head outside. You're in this small little town, you know, well, the only pathway out of here is where his way is, and then you see the mountain in the distance with the temple at the top, where you know Cronus is. What's the consensus here? What's the plan?
That's something we need to talk about, but I don't know if we're talking about that here. No one's brought it up here yet.
I thought we were gonna go do that.
Cronus?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Kronos. It might be the wisest course of action.
I mean, we have the advice on how to deal with him in the most effective way, and I mean, we have this guy if he can get his shit together before we get there.
He's had a rough time in hell so far.
Yeah.
We should be on our way to the mountain.
All right.
But be wary because now that we have talked to
Do we have
this, what was his name?
Do we have a necessary?
Good host. Hervin Good Host.
Now that we have talked to his good host, we will probably be followed on our way. So be prepared to fight Danos.
Demodans.
To fight. I should warn all of you. I've been looking through my book. I've been practicing my minutiae of rotes and arcanum. Nothing seems to be quite working the way I'm used to it working in this plane of existence. I should warn you, my expertise might not help us here outside of just academic knowledge. For what of that I have.
We're gonna, as that happens, we're gonna take a little break message, but keep talking about that if you need.
I'm beating it.
There's 2 bathrooms.
I know, I'm going to the far one.
My thing is, I'm lagging so bad. Bink, bink, bink. All right.
Are you lagging or is the stream lagging?
Yeah, it's just my computer's like just seconds behind. All right. No peeking.
What are you going to? Also just realized I was just say like I think Robert's in your bathroom and Kaylin's in.
Yep.
What's happening there?
I don't know. Welcome to Hell Jail.
I'm gonna guide us through this successfully.
I
got this. I got
this.
This is my thing. Why are you barefoot?
What? I was wearing flip flops and I just took them off, you know.
Now I get you.
My magic ain't working, son.
I unfeared myself and then instead forgot something because I drank the beer. Also got drunk.
That's what you get for not being afraid.
That's it's shitty to say that, but that's true, right?
Yeah.
I unfeared myself and then got drunk.
Well, at least you can still stab somebody. I can't do shit without magic. I can't do shit without magic.
I am pretty stabby.
You said it, Caitlin.
I'm tired.
Been longer.
Yeah.
It's only Wednesday.
I'm always tired on the weeks I have my boy. Oh my god.
It's a good kind of tired dog.
Yeah.
Don't disparage that kind
I don't
of
disparage it. It's just a fact. It's just, it takes a lot out of my stamina. You know. So.
How old is he?
Huh?
Oh.
7.
Oh god, yeah.
First grade.
I lived with my nephew, or I
You
guess
sang
maybe
there
my
first grade?
cousin.
First.
I lived with my cousin. He was between the ages of like 8 and 11. He was right around that time. Dude, that kid. Like, he was fun. Like, they're just so funny because it's the point where they're becoming like witty.
Yeah.
Like, and
yeah.
you're just like they start
what
understanding
did you
like
just say?
sarcasm.
Like, yeah.
Like, yeah. I
Like,
mean,
he
they
makes me
do
laugh
before,
all the
but
fucking
on a
time,
whole nother
like-
level, yeah.
Like, because I'm usually just dragging this mindless, like, I want to be a ninja, you know, and then all of a sudden he just says something so sarcastic to me, yeah. Well, basically what you said. I can't even bring up examples because without context, it doesn't make any fucking sense. But
What?
My nephew the other day, so my nephew's 4, and he was like dead set on moving in with me in Dayton. Like, he packed a whole bag, like a backpack, and he was like, I have all my stuff, and he came over to our house, and he was like we walked in, and Dayton comes out, and he's like, hey Dayton, I live here now, so, and he gets out like the charger for like his drill, and he's like, so we're gonna keep our drills charged, and he like starts like plugging it in, and just
Because that's what means
The
you live
essentials,
someplace.
yeah,
like, that's the essentials.
Yeah.
You have
get
to charge your
decide.
drill.
Yeah, and he was so upset like that night when he went to bed and we were at back at my mom's house and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go by, and he's like, all right, I'll come with you, and I was like, no, you gotta stay here, and he's like, but we're supposed to live together forever. I was like, I'm sorry. They're hilarious.
So I don't like to like drink or smoke in front of my boy, and but I think it was asleep. I'll have a beer, and I had something. It wasn't. I told my boy it was for work. I have some work to do tonight. After I need to go to bed after work. I had like a online engagement to attend to, and he was grumpy about that because usually after we're done reading, usually I'll just like lay down with him until he sleeps, but I had something to do, and and I said I had some work to do, and it's like he was grumpy, so I go about to do it, and then I hear him call out as I thought I was asleep. He said, "Does your work pay you to have a beer, Daddy?"
Oh my god.
Damn.
What's his name?
Jackson.
Called him out.
Not Riker.
Not right.
Look how long it's taken for that to click to register. Alright. I have to restart my machine after this. So you're exiting and you're going to head towards the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So as you're walking out of this small little huddle of structures, there's a person kind of like sitting on a barrel next to a building. It's a what up?
Hey,
What's going on, tabletop? Sitting on a barrel as you're heading out. Just looks like they're cleaning their nails type of thing. Just this androgynous scamp looking person, and kind of like looks up at you and goes, "Oi, Cuttis, fresh from the prime? Need a guide?"
You have one.
Primes leading primes. Good luck.
He's no prime. What are you?
He's no prime. All right, if you say so.
I'm not supposed to trust these people. I just found out with good host.
No, I know.
Yep.
Just firmly saying we don't. I don't know. That's just me. Like, God, I'm not the.
Good luck.
That's like saying
I'm
I don't have
engaging-
any
We
change.
have an Eladrin Horizon Walker with us. I'm just saying, fuck off. We have a guy.
Good luck, Burks. Be on your way.
Fuck you.
Goes back to picking her nails or his
Right.
nails.
When I know what that means.
So he, whatever this thing is using cant, and cant is the lingo of the planes. If you're from the outer planes, you're generally talking the cant. It's what the Huffers talked in. If you remember those guys.
Like thieves' cans?
Nope.
No.
It's just called the
The
cant.
cans. Okay.
Yeah.
Huffer spoke something I couldn't understand, despite the fact that it was called can.
Yeah, they're using. I mean, it's common, but it's littered with.
The planes.
Yeah, it's littered with slang that you just don't
So I
understand.
just tell people that English is impossible to teach because you can say, "What up, yo? We out, bomb." That's a regular conversation. It makes no goddamn sense.
So sigil. Yeah.
Sigil.
Sigil?
You don't
Yeah.
even know the words for it. Like that's right there.
I
is a good
have such a hard time saying the name right because that fucking word is
They also
sigil.
say tiefling. I do it out of. I agree with it out of mercy, but everyone says tiefling
Yep,
now.
it's tiefling. It's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. They even in one of the Planescape books, the Guide to the Planes, they have a quote in there going, "Some prime came in here saying sigil. Don't know what that is." And like making fun of like SIJUL, like sigil.
some
But it's
reason
sigil.
I say tieflings. I'm like, that's fucking tiefling.
It's tiefling. It is fucking
It's
tiefling.
fucking tiefling.
It's tiefling, tabletop to keyboard. It's tiefling.
TIE fight is tabletop.
Like every nerd culture, everything is
We're
taught me
tired of
that
hearing you
is
say
tie.
otherwise.
Sorry, I'm a fucking grammar nerd.
Yeah.
TIE is tie. Do you add a connected vowel to that? You can change it to tiefling if you have something like TIE, tiefling, that's fine. You don't. You have a fucking hard consonant disconnect. Is what makes it a phoneme rather than a phonic. It's a phoneme. T-I-E.
Can you be such a stickler on it though? Because there's no. I know
He
you
teaches it.
I
yeah,
know,
so-
but like,
right.
but you also know there's.
Let's
so many
not get into
exceptions in
super.
English, like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
I mean, all words are
High
made up
fivers.
words, and once something happens, like GIF, GIF is the right, correct way.
If
Now,
if GIF didn't exist, yes.
but it doesn't matter what that guy intended. Everyone says GIF now,
Right.
except for pedantic people that go, "He meant it to say GIF." Well, the rest of the world disagrees with you.
GIF is how it's pronounced. I'm just kidding. It's GIF for sure. GIF. I was just trying to be a dick. Sorry. Anyway.
Language does change purely by usage.
Tabletop says he doesn't care how we say it. He hates that race.
I hate the race either way. They're very popular right now.
They're super popular.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
mainly most people hate them now because of
Anime.
they're min-max. You pick them for very specific classes.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone who plays
Oh, I need
anything with charisma,
Yeah.
all bards,
Well,
all warlocks.
to be fair, there's
I was gonna say
a
warlock. Like
there's
the
a race for
tiefling
every-
warlock is like.
Well,
damn,
they
man.
need-
if
They're-
you want Constitution, you play dwarf. If you want Strength,
They're
you play
getting-
It's gotten it. This is not
They're getting rid of
meta.
that.
We've
They're
just
getting rid of that.
negotiating. Let's not meta all night.
All
Yeah,
right.
they're getting rid of that, and it should be gone. That attribute bonuses are going to be tied to
Tied to
class
classes.
and
Or
background.
meta all game.
I would love that, honestly.
I do too. That's
Yeah.
from. By the way, everyone, if we continue on gaming and we play another game, I am
we can
doing
try that.
away with attribute bonuses from race, and it's going to be from your
do
class. So you can play any race you want for flavor. You are going to have better stats based on the class and background you choose. You can choose those to get better. So, anyway.
It's cool. It makes it more role playing choice,
Yeah.
less of a computer game choice. Yeah.
So, yep. She is just like.
Drow.
All right. Well,
He does some stuff,
good luck.
doesn't he?
That storyline just.
yeah.
Dude, specific. Sorry.
So you leaving this thing behind?
I mean,
You're our guide.
I just
We
blurted it out.
don't need another guide.
I'm not making any decisions for anybody. I just blurted out like, "Oh, yeah, I have a guy. Fuck off it."
Do you think you can make us get there without this guy? Thing? Shim?
Sherpa.
I mean, of course I could.
Well then,
Of course he can.
then fuck it. Let's go.
He's a horizon walker. He's not a climb altitude walker.
You were so excited.
He
to
just
be in
walks towards the horizon.
You were so
It
excited.
works on flat surfaces only.
It doesn't matter.
Where are you going?
You're right.
Where the land
We go
meets the
down.
end of my sight. Alright, well then, fuck, I guess we're going west forever. At some point you're going to be a horizon sailor when you hit the ocean.
Oh no, oceans.
Passing by? All right. So
He had this whole
We-
cool NPC written up. We're like,
He's
peace.
no.
Like flick a cigarette in his face.
So as you pass by them,
Strange as fuck.
you know,
It's all fine.
they don't seem to care. You move on. Around like the next building, there a voice comes out to you. You made a wise choice. I wouldn't have trusted that thing with my life. And there's this thing in this alleyway. It's got scales. They're kind of white, yellowish. It's just got like a long, impish-looking face and pointed ears. Scaly body, a tail, switchback legs. It looks like the classical like fawn devil type of thing that's scaled, but white. It's got some bandoliers and sashes and sling bags and things like that kind of strewn about it. And it's just like nonchalantly talking to you like this thing should exist and you should be okay with it. You made a wise choice. I wouldn't trust that thing with my life. But I definitely would not try to traverse this plane without a good guide or translator.
You're both. Don't listen. That's coming from fucking Aerobar.
No, that's a new one.
No, I'm good for it now. If I need one, I'll steal his.
look to the horizon, Walker. Chosen one.
So I can see this thing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to this. You always make really good decisions by yourself. For real, I'm not being a dick.
It said, "I'm gonna traverse this place. I'm not a guide or at least a translator."
That's what it said.
Fucking both.
And do you offer one up right now?
Oh, myself. It should be quite obvious that I am not of this plane. I am no petitioner. My name's Sakare.
Are you guys talking in common?
She's a kind of copper, because that's what I'm picturing.
No, scaled.
Are you talking in copper?
Common, yes.
Sorry, common. What did I say?
Copper?
I mean, is it? You said it's like snake-like.
Nope, it's got scales. It's impish, like an impish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing's not.
Switchback legs. Like think of
Look at
a
this thing.
fawn, like a satyr,
I'm still-
but scaled imp creature.
I passed my fear check, but I'm still a little scared. That thing looks like not from.
You say I
Prime.
should not
Okay.
trust that. Why should I trust you?
Ooh.
The first rule of Carcery, as you should have known going in here, is you should trust nothing. That doesn't mean you should go it alone.
You don't go it alone. Go with us.
What exactly are you offering us?
That depends on what you are needing. If you need to get somewhere, especially to the lower levels, I have inroads to those. If you're looking for advice on how to deal with the natives and kind of gestures back at the person on the barrel, I have suggestions for those too.
Frustrated at the fact that none of my spells working, I just ventures blurts out like, how fucking if everyone needs to see this blasted titan, how hard could it possibly be to visit him?
Not very hard at all. It's right up in that palace on the top of the mountain.
Oh.
It's dealing with the thing, with Kronos. That's the problem.
I cleared my throat.
What would your suggestions cost us?
Isn't there something to like trust? Don't trust him.
I mean, not trusting anything doesn't mean don't listen or utilize anything. You're still on your own here, and you have no idea.
Persisted
It's
with
okay,
us. I
dude.
think
Seriously,
we
it
have
just-
to think about it a little bit.
I mean,
Absolutely. And Erevar is basically in a fucking.
so
Like, you guys are wheeling Erevar along at the moment, so it doesn't matter.
you are primes. So you arrived here
Jesus Christ.
from the inner spheres, the prime material plane.
Long day.
If you can tell me an exit out of here, if you know one, I will take that information as payment.
Drunk Erevar goes.
Do I happen to have learned any sort of ritual incantations that would get you summoned into the service of a devil on the nine hells? From exploring magic? Anything like that? Probably not.
Are you asking the DM, or are you
Yes,
saying
the
that
DM,
out
the
loud?
DM, the DM,
No,
yeah.
no.
I thought you were asking the character too. I'm
Yeah, like,
No.
This is a tough session. I like it. This is mud.
This is possible.
Sorry.
Dude.
I'm just excited. I'm not
Sorry
gonna
that I
lie. I'm
have
just
to keep
excited.
being
that you're doing
French.
it. I'm excited to keep doing it. I'm excited.
We'll get used to it the more you do it.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
I keep doing it. I was like, God, I sound like an
I'm
asshole.
laughing.
Well, as I
I'm
said-
laughing with excitement. We're never do voices. You're doing a voice. Do
We're
it.
playing
Do
Dungeons
it.
and Dragons. We all sound
Yes,
like
do
assholes
it.
all
Do
the
it.
time.
I am
He sounds
Sakare,
like
as I said. I'm a tout of the lower planes. A tout in Cant means guide. I specialize in the lower planes, especially the ones that are hard to get out of, like Pandemonium in here.
Does he speak Hellcant?
He understand, or he's heard enough words of Cant to know.
Rough Spanish understand. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's just
Sorry,
the
sorry.
slang. He knows enough of the slang to
Like,
figure it out.
But you were saying like, oh, it's in Cant, but you know.
Yeah. If I say a word that he knows, then I explain it to him.
Gotcha.
Like tout. A tout
Okay.
is a guide.
Gotcha.
In Sigil, there are tons of them. There's always a tout looking to get your jink to take you somewhere. So, I guess, and I specialize in the lower planes. Haha.
That's what I was like.
I just did it. I'm like, no, you should take your hand off, though.
Where are you from?
I am from Sigil. City of 1,000 doors.
So if you're from the... do I know what Sigil is?
Yes.
Okay. If you're from Sigil, why be here of all places? If so many doors or so many places, why here?
Profit.
Drunk
If I can
arrow.
learn another way out, that makes me very profitable. Yes, anyone can take safaris on the Beastlands or tours through the Elysium. Now, going down to Carcery and getting people through safely, that is something to brag about in Sigil.
Drunk Arrow says,
Are you
like
really
1,000
listening to that
doors.
guy's trash?
Oh,
The person from the barrel says.
Damn it, we gotta get fucking of all the places for Arrow to be drunk and kind of not functioning. God damn it. Did you plan this for Arrow?
This entire place is planned for all of you.
What was his name? I'm not going to ask him. I'm going to ask you because I can remember his name. What was his name?
Sakari.
Kai.
I've never seen that Burke in my life. He's gonna bob you sure as anything. He's a knight of the post. You mark my words.
Are you pointing at me?
That's
All of
the
it.
other guy.
That's the other person on the bench. On the barrel, I mean.
And what did Sakari?
Sakari said he's of Sigil. He's a tout. He specializes in the lower planes, and he's here because...
What would be enough payment for him?
if you tell him how you got here, if you know a way out,
Hey, what do you need?
he'll take that as payment.
Sounds like Sesame Street to me. And I'm getting this weird, like, I know that Arrowheart is drunk. It just feels like a Sesame Street where like someone's popping up here,
Yeah,
someone's
and
popping
popping up there,
Like
yeah.
this is obnoxious. Like this is super obnoxious, and I'm not able to fight back. And I don't care for
make
this.
you a deal. You get us to that palace. I give you the information. We can get back ourselves.
So the scamp on the barrel is like, you're gonna go see Kronos? Bad move. And Sakari's like, excellent. I can take you up there. It's an easy path, actually. I mean, you can see it from here. Anyone can take you up there. You can take yourselves.
Dayton, you hold your team in your hands right
I'm gonna
now.
yell at the dude on the barrel. Why you say a bad move to go see Cross?
Because he's looking for a reason to kill anyone that comes in here. Hey, are you planning to stay here for longer than, 10 days? Because if you're not, just bypass him.
Oh, we can just go lower.
I do have another route besides Kronos.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with him at all. If you're in and out, then just give him the bob.
Wise as that sounds, remember, if we do go down, we will need to come back up through this layer.
He never leaves that place, so he ain't coming to get you.
I mean, with the way that they were talking about the state of the palace, like I can see that would be something too. But also, it could be true that we might be better equipped to deal with anything he sends after us than him himself. Right?
Yeah, because I mean he is a god-like power. So if you put yourself in front of him, then there's nothing you can do. If he just wants to kill you, he kills you. So it's all about talking and getting through that. If you avoid him, it's very doubtful that he's going to come at you personally. He's going to send something.
Thousands of souls looking through you.
Right. And, well, souls. But he has a power for a reason, and that's because he has it. And he can send things after you that maybe you also can't deal with. Not many of you, I don't think any of you really have met or dealt with a real god or godly power that can just wipe you. So you dealt with. I mean, you didn't meet. You just followed in the footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
Adjacent to. You know, these things are at a whole different power level, but you navigated their wake and survived. So.
Yeah, but
Gotta make a decision, Dave.
my magic's not working.
So.
Because Joyride become the
just-
guide. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Just like to distill this. It's go it alone and head wherever you want to go. Take Sakari as a guide, or take this other thing as a guide for whoever knows what their reasonings are.
We're following you because you have the most experience in this sort of issue. Erevar's advice would be that we're not supposed to trust anybody on this plane, but we did meet some primes that gave me some advice in his own tongue.
Well, like another thing to consider is like if someone went to the Feywild and they were just a prime and they had no idea what they're doing, they're still probably better off having a pixie around to ask questions and try to discern the answers and dealing with all its bullshit and its mischief and misleading than they are trying to figure out the Feywild alone. Like there's yes, don't trust anything. Don't trust anything doesn't mean don't utilize the resources. It means overanalyze, be careful, keep safe.
That's the pure Erevar advice.
I've been before this conversation. I've kind of been like testing magic and stuff like that. But I've been engaged with this conversation. I'd like to roll insight on this guy.
Okay.
All right. Just kind of like get a feel of like, is he pulling wool over us?
On the dude on the barrel? Or
Sakari.
The
Sakai. Dude in the barrel, I don't just
He's
know.
over savage rolled. 17 plus what?
Ooh, nice. 17 plus 6 for 23.
This, like, there's this oiliness to this guy that just gets under your skin. Like, this guy has an agenda.
I'll ask him in Infernal. What was your name again?
Sakari.
He speaks Infernal. Okay. I don't know what other languages you speak. I was going to be real clever about this if he didn't speak that language.
You can message if you want.
Oh, well, yeah, so you hear a scream in your mind.
The last time it's
Say it
who knows what's gonna happen.
say it in the most angry, antagonistic way possible.
Oh, God. So there's an oiliness about him.
Yeah.
But there was
This
more
guy
than
has
that?
his own agenda.
Yeah.
There's an oiliness. This guy has his own agenda.
Yeah. So you hear in your mind, he wants something else, you fool!
Nope, that's good.
pretty potent.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
This is
If you
Sakari,
heard
right?
that, I'll be
This
all-
is Sakari.
Sakari is the scaled.
Mm-hmm.
But you're hearing that from Fenchurch.
You're hearing from Fenchurch, but you already know that when he tries to message you, it comes out different than he sounds. Just saying.
But I still got my accent in it. Right.
Like, his message comes out different.
Yeah, because he yelled at you on the pier, and you know that, like, you know that's not this guy, this meek little dude. And he's looking at you just like, like I just conveyed information to you. Because you don't hear it like that in your mind.
No, I
he
think-
just receives it that
Although
way.
I'm suspicious, I have no idea. Yeah.
So I would or would not get the fact that, like, he's telling me that this dude is sketch.
Yeah, that's what he said. He yelled it at you.
Okay.
You don't know if the magic got perverted from what he really meant to say.
Or
But,
if I'm really just that angry about the situation.
I mean, you know two things. You know that that's probably not how he talks. And that he's conveying that
Have I
information.
messaged you before? I have messaged you before. Yeah.
Twice this session.
No.
The second time.
No,
Outside of this,
earlier
where have you
session.
messaged?
It was when we were it was the session before we talked to
Aria?
no
Tiamua.
Tiamua.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did message while...
Yeah.
Yeah, so this doesn't sound like the mental messages you've heard from him before. Anyway, he says that. He's oily, he has an agenda.
Zakari does.
Sakari.
And Zakari is like how far from me?
From you to the bookshelf right there in the corner. He's just in the alley, just having a conversation with you. Where the other one is like around that corner right there in the hallway, sitting on the barrel, just sticking its head out. Like,
Ditch these bitches.
yeah, you can really distill this, like, no one's being hostile. You can distill this decision of, do you want to take one of these two guides, or do you want to go alone?
First off, never take the DM hints.
Well, I just,
Better off.
I'm not saying hints, like, better off or anything. I'm trying to distill the
Right.
like,
Oh, yeah.
obviously you could do whatever you want, like you did on the docks,
I'm
but
saying don't take your
Like-
sides into consideration when you make your decision.
yeah,
And not
if
to
you
say,
have
like,
another idea.
this person probably could very well help us.
I just don't want
But
to
it just
another
seems-
2.5 hours of in this alley talking to these two people.
Yeah. Then you're our Erevar now. Like,
My natural instinct was to straight up scimitar Sakurai right now. Just
do
Fuck.
If that's what you want to do,
it.
based on like his message, and I would just be like,
It was a very angry message.
You're,
that's
you
what I'm
are-
doing. Fuck it, that's what I'm doing.
you're
All right.
Oh my god.
so
Let's go.
Whoa.
so you guys are sitting there, you're having this conversation. Everyone's kind of pretty casual. Like Sakari is just leaning up against the wall. Whatever that thing is leaning out on from a barrel, and he just kind of like 2 strides forward, scimitar comes out. Attack. Make an attack. Advantage, because no one's
was
seeing this coming.
expecting it.
Let's. That's a 27.
Hits.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
Oh my goodness.
You can't even.
Yeah.
Can't even.
What can you do?
Nothing.
That's alright. You know what?
Nothing.
This is this probably happens all the time in this realm. Is that the special? I don't know.
No, there's no special here.
It's just like
Wait,
just that attack.
Just that attack, yeah.
is
Mhm.
there?
I mean, you have 2 attacks, so you can hit again as well. So,
Did 11
okay.
from the start, just on that.
It's not. Sorry.
What's that, man?
It's
Oh,
menthol.
okay.
Yeah. They're saying they only sell
Flavored
tobacco
cigarette.
and menthol now. They don't
Gotcha.
sell
Perfect.
flavors anymore.
That's-
Yeah.
I think that's the way they should do it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What's that?
I was saying that I think when you vape,
Okay.
it shouldn't be watermelon and cotton candy
What?
and
Why?
honey. It should be tobacco flavored. Because
There-
it's supposed to help you quit smoking. It's not supposed to make you want
Well, vape-
more of it.
I mean, they go along that avenue, but vaping is its own thing. Because no, hold on, it is a new age form of hookah,
Mhm.
and hookah is absolutely fucking flavored
yeah.
with apple and all that kind of
You
shit.
can
around.
still, so they can still, like, when you go
So-
to, like, an e-cigarette store like that, like, something like that, you can still buy flavored, but these, because of the percentage of nicotine that they are by, like, the serving,
That's why.
that's why
okay.
they can't do flavoring
Got it.
anymore.
That's why.
Is
Like,
it especially high or especially low?
Especially high.
there shouldn't be any desperation between any of that stuff. It should be tobacco flavored.
Second
or
attack,
nothing.
or you just want to do the 1 strike, or do you want to get both your slashes in?
Capitalism or something?
Do I have a second?
You have 2 attacks. Like you have.
Do I still have advantage on
You
the
were
second
late
one?
stage if you wanna get
Yes.
into it, like,
Late stage.
Just gonna make sure I roll it.
I say I love it.
Well-
it makes
I know.
me sad.
I'm not a.
I rolled a natural 20.
Let's not. Let's not on
No,
camera.
I know how it is.
All right.
Fuck, man. It hurt my brain to even.
So it's a
like, hear you
1d6
say
plus 5 for damage.
No.
To do,
Me too.
It's 1d6 plus 5.
so you just want to
Assume you rolled a 6.
so 11 plus
Plus a
another
d6.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, buddy.
So close.
So 13.
Plus that one he threw over here.
Please tell me you just
you
read
don't
this dude.
you don't know what this thing is,
Oh no.
but you strike into it, and your blade like just sparks,
Oh,
like it's
God.
hitting full on like metal,
Oh no.
and resists cutting.
Oh.
Hey, boys.
It does dig in, and you get a cut, and then you come up, and you know you have a dead to rights right across its throat, and you hit that thing, and it's like hitting a tree trunk, just and cuts off of it. I mean, this thing, that's the way this thing could be. Like, you don't know what it is, but at least even by its mass, you think it would have been knocked back more, even if it didn't cut through. But you go through and and put a slash across its neck, which is just a bare minimum slash with a little bit of
I think we had a natural
blood
20 roll
coming
against
out.
this thing.
Do we
so
need an inspiration to this right now? Or, sorry, initiative to this? Because if he's attacking...
Well, I'm going to save that because this thing is not staying to fight. It's turning and running. Like, it doesn't want to fight you guys. So, I mean, like, if you guys want to just blast at it for whatever reason, you just saw him go at it, and this thing's like, it kind of like, you ching, and it's like, it takes a second for it to realize that what you just did, because you were so fast, and then it just like, and turns and starts running.
I get ready to do something, but I'm just looking at you, looking at him.
Yeah.
I see him running, and I'm looking at you, looking at him running, looking at you, looking at him
Thinking
running.
about Slug Gary.
Do you, like, is this something you want to engage and get into a combat with, or now that it's like running, do you just want to
I didn't want
let
to
it
engage
go?
in the first place. So
I know, I'm asking him if he wants.
Sorry.
if it's running away, I'm okay with that.
Message sent.
So, the thing back on the barrel is like, whoa! Yeah! Keep running! Jump right in the river Styx, you leatherhead!
That's not good too.
Dayton, you've been such a great guide so far. You can do it.
No,
So you say
I'll
you will be a
love
guide.
this.
I just want you to know this could happen to you.
Whoa. I'm from here, so I definitely don't want my head chopped
Bro,
off.
out of nowhere.
Because,
Love it.
I know what happens afterwards. It's nothing. I can show you around. That's all I'm offering.
I just stand like back up next to this guy now, like yeah, whatever. Well,
It hops down from the barrel. It's like,
What does it look like?
so it's got like a short, parted in the middle,
Is it
scraggly
Kevin?
hair. Huh?
Is it Kevin?
Kevin.
Kevin Yoda Kevin?
No, it's
Okay.
it looks like a person. It looks like a human.
Okay.
It looks like it could be a 12-year-old girl. It could be 18-year-old dude that's awkward. Like, it's this androgynous.
This big, this big, this big?
It's like 5'6", 5'4".
Oh, all right,
You know, like
yeah,
it's a
it's good
person,
enough.
like
All right,
gangly, like just the hair part in the middle, scraggly, short-ish, but poofy.
Mm-hmm.
Big saucer eyes.
So here's my real question.
Like-
Does it look like it belongs here?
It looks like a human. Like, it just looks like an androgynous human. You just can't tell if it's male or female or how old
I don't
how old
know,
it
does
is.
it look like it belongs here? Like, can I discern whether or not
It-
it belongs here like that?
It doesn't look out of place
There
like
we
those
go.
adventurers on the pier did. It looks
Okay.
like it's clothing and it's,
Then it is what it is.
yeah, it's just
okay.
a person. And
It is what it is.
And it just said that it's from here. It's a petitioner. And it's like, hey, I'm from here. I know what happens if I get killed.
I can't trust it, so I just
yeah.
want to know what it looked
Yeah,
like.
right.
Yeah.
It's oblivion after this. I'm not here to bob you. You need a way through. I'm going to try to get mine while you guys get yours. If that's fine with you guys, then let's do this.
I'm so glad short horizon.
Well, I think we need to ask ourselves.
Erevar would lead us into stone. Are you kidding? You're like,
I'm just saying,
Erevar
like,
would have
this is the
gotten
first
us.
time Jordan has been in charge. That's pretty
Erevar would have
dangerous.
drunk us to death in the first stop. It's not my place.
Well, we still need to ask ourselves: are we meeting the Titan? Or are we bypassing down into the lower depths?
Was it Sakurai that said like, no, this dude's the one that's like, if you're not going to be on this plane very long,
Don't
this
bother.
level, then don't bother.
Don't bother seeing Kronos.
Okay.
Leave soon.
Just wanted to like make sure I knew which one said that.
Yeah,
Inspiration.
Sakari said, "Yeah,
So-
let's go see Kronos."
But he also
Uh-huh.
was kind of like, yeah, it's just easy. It's right out
Yeah,
there.
mm-hmm.
We want to,
Super easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just right up there. Just walk up the mountain.
But Red Shield told me that we could probably also just go to the base of the mountain and find
Well,
the crevice with the red water.
No. He said that I don't know if you guys. I don't know which one of you heard this. Whether it was the bard that told you or Red Shield told you, but they went and saw Kronos, and they gave you very
Yeah.
specific like,
Yeah.
hey,
did,
don't,
yeah.
yeah,
They
don't.
did say that to me.
And they were here for
Yeah.
over 2 weeks.
But they told you where their spot was down.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 spots down, and who knows, this thing might have another.
The
Yeah.
dwarf told him about a spot down. The bard told me about Kronos.
And then the rest of the group told us about a
And-
third spot.
No, the mayor told you about the.
Oh,
The
yeah.
other spot now.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Now, Kronos is probably not going to get you to any other layer. He's got his own. Like, he just wants an audience with you because you're visitors to
Which
what
means
he
if we can
thinks
find a
is
red
right, yeah,
waterfall.
I was
If
like,
you've hired a guide now. If he can bring us to a red waterfall,
He hasn't hired anyone
I
yet.
haven't hired him
so-
yet. It's
Well,
scared off
I'm
one.
suggesting, excuse me.
So, like, they're pretty nonchalant. Like, have walked up to you. Like, they don't have weapons on them. Like, you see a knife in its boot, but it's like a skinning knife. Like, it's not a weapon. I mean, it could be used as such. All knives can. But they're moving up, knowing what you just did to Sakari, and you know, positing that threat to them. Like, just like, hey, you know, I'm from here. You guys are here to get something. You're doing yours. I can help you along the way, and I'm going to get mine while you guys get yours. Like, that's my payment, is, you know, anyone that comes down here is looking for something and making a whole bunch of stuff in their wake.
I'd respect these.
Then let's do this. Where do you guys need to go?
My vote's for Dan.
it would be incredibly dangerous to visit this Titan, and it would also be incredibly dangerous to risk not.
Oh, you guys are still
Erevar
talking
would-
about going to see Kronos?
No,
No, we're not.
Erevar would suggest that dwarf sounded very authentic when he said that we should head for that red waterfall at the base of the mountain beneath Kronos.
Red waterfall at the base of the mountain. Oh, okay. Yep, that's outside of this region. That's a different Demodan's realm. So you talk about those primes that just came through here. They went that way?
So say them.
You speak for us.
I mean, I know a way down, but it has its complications. If you guys have a better way down, let's do that.
How many ways down do we know of so far?
Well, very
Two.
Three. Or two and a
we-
You know two.
We know 2 now. He's offering a possible
He's
third.
like a
Oh.
skeptical third.
If we're gonna have this guy with us, we might as well go his way instead of us all not knowing the way we're going.
We haven't taken him with us
I'm
yet.
choo-choo.
I'm not super.
No, he did.
Oh, you stupid! God damn it!
Good.
Inspiration for the fucking DM for using the dumb Dragonborn
I
handshake.
couldn't resist either.
I know. I knew it was coming. And there it is. Inspiration for the DM.
Yeah. Choo Choo
Great for monsters.
is who you're talking
Awesome.
to.
God damn it!
His name's Choo Choo.
Choo Choo.
You like the
Choo
rocket?
Choo. Choo Choo. Inspiration for you.
Erudition.
How did you. Like, do you know what you just said?
Yeah, Choo Choo Rocket. I know what it is.
I love that game.
I'm cool with that. We talked about it several times. I'm not
yeah.
into it, but it's a maze, kind of a problem solving
Yeah.
game. Erudition for
rocket.
me, I got it.
Yep. Choo-choo is the sound mice make in Japanese onomatopoeias.
Yeah.
Choo-choo, choo-choo. So, choo-choo. Mouse.
Erudition for saying Japanese onomatopoeia. Because they're big on it.
Oh, they're huge on
They're
it.
huge on it.
I
Give
just...
yourself some erudition. Some more...
So
Whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do. I like it.
Syllabolic language.
Mofu Mofu.
It's very modal,
just...
though. Like, it's tonal. That's what makes it so
I
strange.
told you Arknights taught me about Mofu Mofu.
Yeah.
Mofu Mofu is the sound of rustling something soft. Oh, Mofu Mofu. This cat is so soft. This cat is Mofu 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 Mofu. So if you have a soft cat, it's Mofu Mofu.
Awful.
Scrumptious is a sound.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to ask them like where they want to go?
So at this point, we know of this
You know of the
red waterfall.
crevice with the water, the red water coming out of it at the base of the mountain.
We know about
The Leering Maw Mound? The Leering Mound.
I will say, Mr. Jorah, there is wisdom in what Lord Dove says. We are going to have a guide who wants to stick with the terrain they know.
I don't think you drink a White Claw like a cigar. You're like, on the side of your mouth.
Let me tell you about them keys.
All right. Well, if you want to go where I know, it's you just follow the road out of here. You'll get to a big old rock that looks like a face.
Is it the leering face mound?
Yes, that one. That's the closest way down in this region.
That's where Vince told me to head.
No. This is where the mayor said to go.
Mayor's? Oh, you know what? All I wrote was "lets us down" for Mayor Goodhost. So, well, if that's what he said, then I disagree. I immediately disagree.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. It's just the closest. If you guys have a better way, the problem is like you said, it's down at the base of that mountain. You're just getting closer to Kronos.
Yes. Seriously, Vince Redshield, the dwarf at the dock, said to head towards the base of the mountain where there's a crevice with a red waterfall.
Yeah, but
That's
they
what he
also
said.
visited Kronos.
Yeah, and instead of saying go see Kronos, he's like, fuck that part, go down.
No.
You're getting these people.
Vince did go see Kronos.
Yeah, I know that. But when I asked him how do we get lower, he didn't
Yeah.
say go see Kronos first.
Because he had
No,
already done
he had already done
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Instead he
lower
said-
and seeing Kronos are two separate
The
things.
part that he gave me was go to the
Both.
base of the mountains to see the crevice with the red waterfall. That's what he told me.
Right.
But he
saw Kronos first.
So you guys have to tell me that part
Yeah.
then.
No, he told you that.
He's getting
Yeah, he told you that, and he told you exactly how to say it.
you.
I mean, don't X out everything. You're
That's
mixing
right
two
there.
things. Like,
That's a joke.
just
That's what,
they went up to see Kronos.
Steve.
They went to the mountain. They went up to see Kronos. They had an audience with it.
Mhm.
They placated him somehow, and then they went down to the base of the mountain and went into that crevice with the red waterfall.
yeah, which is what he said will take us lower.
We'll take you lower.
So that's
She's
one of the
telling
ways we can
you
go.
that she could take you lower. Choo-choo.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn it.
She, he, him, shim.
Shin, choo-choo rock.
Choo Choo says, "Hey, the closest way down is the Leering Mound, and that's also where the mayor said he could get you down."
Leering Mound.
That's obviously like the way if you're not trying to get too close to Kronos.
Well,
Or,
we've got,
I mean,
I've got one
the
way,
closest.
and we've heard.
Another way,
No, we've heard
one
another
other
way from two different people.
Right.
But we're supposed to not trust anybody on this
Yeah,
fucking plane.
Both of them are petitioners, by the way.
Yes.
the mayor
they're telling us,
and
hey,
Choo
would you like to go to Choo Choo Mound? Or sorry, the
Leering
Leering
Mound?
Mound. Leering Mound. Go to Leering Mound. We've heard two
But
different people. We're not supposed
Choo
to
Choo
trust
also
them.
says, "Hey, this is just the closest one. It's not easy.
Yeah.
If you have an easier way, go for it.
Erevar's not in charge, but all he's saying is that the only people down here that we've met from the Prime said head to the base of the mountain. There's a crevice with a red waterfall.
All I know is I've been up and down the Leering Mound.
So
I'm a petitioner, though. I belong here.
Yeah.
It's the closest place that I know of to get up and down.
It doesn't mean it's the safest way, but it's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want to go to this base of the mountain crevice with the waterfall, I will help you every step of the way get there and get through whatever trials and tribulations are in there.
And I don't trust petitioners.
Hey, wait, hold on. You know what? It's at the base of the mountain. There's not going to be a Shator there.
A what?
A Shator. They're the. They're the. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come up with the prime word for it. It's Demoand. Dimodand. That's it. They're the Garoliths. The Garoliths that rule this layer. The Shator is the highest level. There's only 3 levels. There's only 3 types.
But there is one in the path you know.
We're gonna have to.
There's one everywhere.
What?
I mean, they run the entire
We can't go
prison.
To the gates.
They run the entire cage. So no matter what, you're gonna be in a zone with one.
So you.
But sorry.
You're the guy.
What I was saying is, it's at the base of the mountain where the Titans are. There may not be a Shator that runs or is blocking that gate. So that might be a great way to go. No Shator is going to set up in the shadow of the Titans. So,
Is it? Can I do an insight
go
on
for
this
it.
person? Okay. I think it's. Well, I might roll low. I don't know.
+7 is a 6.
That's 10 plus
What are you,
6, I
rolling
think. Yeah, 16.
16? It seems that it's coming to this revelation, like, it's
Like
a little bit
genuine-
excited that, like, it may have found a new way to go. It's still not happy that it's in the, there's a reason no one goes to that mountain. There's a reason that the demons that run this realm, or the fiends that run this realm, don't live on that mountain and don't go there. It's because the Titans are worse. So,
Do a little incantation. There's an angry voice that appears in your mind.
now you don't have to do an incantation for that.
Oh, that's right.
It's somatic only,
Yeah.
and all you have to do is point.
Yeah. Seems that they know, or at least are maybe lying about what dangers could be down in the closest depths. But they seem genuinely excited about this, whatever stupid thing may be out in the base of the mountain. It seems if we have to have a guide, if you can't do it yourself, that maybe this is the way we should go.
The base of the mountain, maybe.
I have no idea what you just said. It was a
that's
lot
what
of
he was
yelling.
saying. That's what he was saying.
Thank you. I know that was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way that's supposed to be. Like, shit, this guy's yelling at me. Like, can I actually get what he's saying?
Yeah.
What's up, gray hair?
What's up, Gray Hair Gaming?
Hey.
Oh my god, there's so many dangerous things. They're in hell jail, and they still haven't gotten out of the first town.
Well, we just,
working on it.
We just got here.
Yeah. So let's end the session on
Gregor
it.
always shows up
Like right at the end.
5 minutes.
Let's end this session with a decision. Like, you now know of 2 places to go down. You also have an option. You've been told 2 ways, whether you go see Kronos or whether you not. Let's make some overarching decisions about how you go about this. Which entrance are you going to go, or which entrance are you going to go to the lower level?
I'm trying to think of how to sound angry about how to say that. I forgot what I was going to fucking say. That's
totally
difficult.
So, do you want to go towards the Leering Mound, or do you want to go towards the Red Waterfall Crevasse?
You should just take a vote.
I mean, sure. I don't care.
Red Waterfall Crevasse.
I made my statement for Red Waterfall.
Red Waterfall?
Yeah.
Waterfall, everyone's agreed.
Yeah.
Like, even Choo Choo was like, yeah, let's do that. I'm interested.
The fact that the mayor was like immediately like so welcoming. He's probably got a fucking deal with whatever overlord
Dude,
runs
we
that shit.
left him behind.
Oh, that guy totally
No,
has
I know,
a deal with the
I know, but like
Shator.
that's the same place. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
You can't trust him, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see this town? Do you know the name of this town?
Shit.
It's not on that
Shit
map.
lie peak.
Is it on that map?
No.
No,
Do
it's
you
not
know the
on
name
that
of this town?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking us if we knew the
She's
name.
asking
Like
that. Choo
that.
Choo.
Oh,
Sorry, Choo Choo is
I
asking.
thought
Hey,
you
Hey, you were pointing behind me. I'm like,
Hey, do you know the
I
name-
I don't
knew it.
think it's on the map, man.
Do you know the name of
It's
this
Seven Hills
town?
Hills, right?
That was Orthrix.
Sorry.
Nope,
that was
it's
great.
not. Do you know the name of this town?
No. Oh,
Do you know the name of this town?
Should I?
You should know too.
All right, everyone's.
So it is the DM asking us.
Lose
Yes.
inspiration.
Everyone is not going to be able to have inspiration at the beginning of the next session.
Wait a minute,
You're going to have
again?
disadvantage on the first roll unless you write a
So we have to
journal
to have average
to not
roll.
have a disadvantage on
Wait,
your.
because we don't know the name of this town?
You don't know the name of this town? Tell me that you don't know the name of the town you're in. Again, please tell me.
Wait, give me a fucking second.
I have a lot of notes. There's been a lot of pronouns.
I mean, the town we're in
Session.
Is-
Oh, it's in Oregon. Sorry, it's
Tell me the name of this
Wait,
town.
wait.
Wait. Everyone just.
This is how the campaign is going. Apparently, I
Village
can.
at the pier,
no.
broken and rebuilt out of destroyed parts.
Orthus is the layer. That's all I wrote down.
I don't think you ever said it. I
Oh,
literally
really?
wrote everything
Really?
down.
Have I not said it?
Horson?
It is.
Wait.
Wait, no, don't you say it, you fucking.
All right.
No, I didn't write it down at all. No, I can.
Dayton,
admit I didn't write it.
Dayton is our Horizon Walker guy,
Your brains-
and he's got the answer
I mean,
for
your
us.
brains do not remember the name of this town.
Our
Hey,
brains.
The mayor.
Yeah, I know the mayor.
Oh, it's Newport.
Newport.
Yeah.
Jesus
damn it.
fucking Christ! Disadvantage.
God
all of you.
damn it.
De-inspiration. No. I had. This was excruciating. Disadvantage forever.
We
De-inspiration.
deserve that.
Newport. I couldn't make that
He's
more
just-
memorable.
he's
I
just-
couldn't. We had a discussion about how to say
We sang a
it.
song. We made a gift.
We made a GIF.
Yeah.
We did an entire
we did.
Newport. Newport.
This is
Yeah, okay.
is just
no,
this-
not in your defense. Come on.
right now. The GM is role playing the dismal feeling
Yeah,
of the playing itself.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you should have despair
Yeah,
going
I
into
know,
this
I know,
next.
I feel it. It's just
And Choo Choo
all-encompassing.
says, "Do you not know the name of this town?" And
That's our
all of
singing
you
this
look
song.
at her blankly. And
I look at her. I
she
say, you know
goes,
what? I feel
"It's
very inspired
New
about it."
Newport.
Yeah,
It's been destroyed several times
obviously.
by the Shator ruler here. So yeah, whoever that mayor, obviously working for the Shator here. Don't go where he says.
It's really. I understand your like disbelief now that I remember the town. This is like, oh wait,
Yeah.
how did we? Forget
There's a
that?
part of me that.
How did you forget that?
There's a part of that.
Mitch apparently has a reason of how you forgot it. It's wrong.
It's fine.
Is it alcohol? Is that your
Not at all.
reasoning?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, there's a lot. There's so much to
Yeah.
engage with and all this stuff. It's so many pronouns.
There's a
and
part of me that wants to defend myself. and be
We're
like,
thinking-
I don't have a thing in front of me to take notes, but then I'd be like, well, that's my fault for not
It is
having
your
something.
fault.
You
Right.
brought that upon
So
yourself.
I'm totally in agreement.
We people corrected you about the town name multiple times.
So it's
Yeah,
not
no,
Newport.
It's not Newport or
Newport.
Newport.
I thought that was
It's
the name of the
Newport.
New Newport, yeah.
Like the bar is not named
Remember
a port.
She played with
And that's what I thought the bar was called.
Newport.
No, the
But
bar.
He's
the mayor of
he's
the
the
bar?
mayor of
Yeah,
Newport.
the bar didn't have a name that we found out.
Yeah, it did not. So yeah, like that's That's the despair of this level seeping into you.
Take us out, Wiley.
I'm so discouraged. I hate this plane of
You
existence.
call the lead out. You do the lead out. Take us out there.
At least in the 9 hells,
Horizon
we
walker.
can make a contact and feel
Do it
better
in
about ourselves.
French. Take us out.
Oh my
Don't do it
God.
in French,
I was
please.
like, this is being another session.
No, that's terrible. That's insulting.
I'll do Wileyverse.
When do we participate in Dungeons and Dragons on this stream?
Thank
When
you,
does it
Paul.
happen?
Yeah. See you next week, everybody.
Everyone